And your name is very fascinating. How do you pronounce it? Say it again.
Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin. Kevin.
Like Kev in.
I think I got it. Kevin.
Kev in.
We will get it. Don't worry. Your name is very fascinating. How do you pronounce it? Say it again.
Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin. Kevin.
Like Kev in.
I think I got it. Kevin.
Kev in.
We will get it. Don't worry.
Simply, no decision that I have made in my role as Chief Justice or in my capacity as President of a panel of the Supreme Court has come from anything but a knowledge of law. No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. And the only answer one can give to all the hand-waving is the legal answer, unless we want something else. Simply, no decision that I have made in my role as Chief Justice or in my capacity as President of a panel of the Supreme Court has come from anything but a knowledge of law. No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. And the only answer one can give to all the hand-waving is the legal answer, unless we want something else.
Seriously. Yeah, but it treat nothing so. Tibe fence so deshe. Europe, UK, Holland, I don't mean trade fence so near the Accra. Then another defense so no, but me also about fence so na say. The
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no can see I can't know my yes, a company so yes, plane, I train no. A bit of South Africa, and check the Bible.
Out from Kumasi to Accra, you use 1 hour 30 minutes. You can you put my trip Kumasi, I have Juma Accra. That is the plan. I have a contract, Masha say manufacture trains near the Babysino. Next year, Kumasi the only flag caravan, a sober. These are things I use because I Honumako. Is there no Casay? Who is another Father Aroma? Yeah, birthday train and nothing so. Seriously. Yeah, but it treat nothing so. Tibe fence so deshe. Europe, UK, Holland, I don't mean trade fence so near the Accra. Then another defense so no, but me also about fence so na say. The
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no can see I can't know my yes, a company so yes, plane, I train no. A bit of South Africa, and check the Bible.
Out from Kumasi to Accra, you use 1 hour 30 minutes. You can you put my trip Kumasi, I have Juma Accra. That is the plan. I have a contract, Masha say manufacture trains near the Babysino. Next year, Kumasi the only flag caravan, a sober. These are things I use because I Honumako. Is there no Casay? Who is another Father Aroma? Yeah, birthday train and nothing so. Seriously. Yeah, but it treat nothing so. Tibe fence so deshe. Europe, UK, Holland, I don't mean trade fence so near the Accra. Then another defense so no, but me also about fence so na say. The
Eurostar.
What will be the first thing you do as president if you're elected in 2025?
Changing the mindset. What I'll do is and I've started. It's good you came up with this question.
We are signing out. I just wanted one thing you do.
I'll bring all musicians together to let them come up with heroic songs, and we'll organize a concert like We Are the World. R&B, high lives, reggae, gospel, they all come together.
In the first 2 years of an MPP administration, under this Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication program, where every constituency will get $1 million every year for rural and deprived communities. Under this program, there should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem. There should be no village or community. In the first 2 years of an MPP administration, under this Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication program, where every constituency will get $1 million every year for rural and deprived communities. Under this program, there should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem.
And I'm not abuso. As I know Yama, and I'm not abuso. Biday, our biday, wapia, biday, our biday, wapia, 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 wapia. As I know Yama, and I'm not abuso. As I know Yama, and I'm not abuso. Biday, our biday, wapia, biday, our biday, wapia, wapia, wapia.
All right, good evening and welcome to With Audio Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's exactly 4:22 p.m. U.S. East Coast time is definitely 8:22 in Ghana. Welcome to With Audio Respect Extended Version. We are live across the world. We are live on Facebook tonight. You can listen to this show live on radio as well. We're live on YouTube and also live on TV. On TV, we are live on multi-TV. Search for Loud Silence TV tonight. You will get us live. Loud Silence TV tonight. We are also live on YouTube. Search for Loud Silence TV on YouTube. That's our official page, Loud Silence TV. You will get the show live. We are also live on Facebook with Audio Respect page. With Audio Respect page on Facebook. We are also live on With Audio Respect page. We're also streaming live on radio. We have our own radio app. If you have an Android device, go to the Google Play Store and download Loud Silence Radio. You'll be able to listen to the show live. Also, if you have an Apple device, go to the App Store and download Loud Silence Radio. We are streaming across the world on different platforms. So we would like to say thank you to our affiliates. We don't know. Those we know, we would like to say thank you very much for pushing the show across the world. My name again is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. Our topic of the day is simple. The economy is strong. It's doing well. Why do we need liars? Why do we need to employ liars? Why employ liars? At this point, what is the problem? We don't have any problem as the Ghanaians in terms of governance. So I don't know why anyone is also contesting to become president or trying to win power in Ghana. The NDC are doing what we expect of them. The economy is strong. As we speak today, majority of workers in Ghana are very appreciative because fuel is down. Fare is going to go down. Food prices are going down slowly. Inflation is dropping. The Bank of Ghana, they have reported that we have enough reserves now. Gold is getting more buffer. At this point, the president is showing respect. The government of the day is a government that is willing to work. We are seeing the diligent jobs the ministers and the respective MPs are doing in their various constituencies. The fight against corruption, we all know, is ongoing. Very, very tough one. The government every single day making arrests, seizing excavators and burning equipment people, illegal miners are using in our forests. So I don't really know what anyone will say about somebody trying to convince you to bring in a new government. The NDC government led by John Mahama, as we speak today, they are governing with only 56 ministers. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the NPP for 8 years governed with over 240 ministers. Akufo-Addo 1 and Akufo-Addo 2. So we are talking about two political parties, two different governments. You cannot compare these two. So we don't need to waste our time on liars. But hey, we have some few people in this country or in Ghana or around the world who are concerned about Ghana's issue, who have made it their profession to lie. So we are also not going to rest. We will make sure every single day we'll be here to abreast you, of the issues happening. So it's our job here. It's our job to speak the truth. It's our job to kill Jandam. It's our job to expose people who think that Ghanaians are stupid. And I'm talking about some corrupt journalists like Paul Ademochiri. We also be talking about some politicians, criminal politicians in the system who are taking advantage of Ghana. This is my job, and my job here is to clean the system. My name is Kevin Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. Enyumre Oshami Anyankopon Enshra Onyame Enshra Menso. Yejumadi efa Ghana amanyosem ene abrabomu nsem. Ende enyumre Ghana nti ena metiha. Maba no mebedwedwam ama Ghana for sebio omo wiase afa na nyina no ehu de ekoso ewo Ghana no kura no ntina maba enwedwamu ntina maba ende nwumbre Ghana ho nsem na asem eda pono so a yedwedwam efa eye politics amanyosem omanbuo ehu ende NDC aban na sebio omo bu Ghana president odi enim John Dramani Mahama ono ena hwe so na asem eda pono no se de ekoso Ghana nyina ye niso sebio eba ahokyere a ekofom eduane bo ekofom eye oko a etia galamse aban no edi hu dwuma ma ye nyina ye nitua ye ne wo nkurase ye ne wo krom ye hu aban nipa a ochi omo eba yesika sema ende yedi bebia seed ne da ema edwuma fo ane sebio investors confidence abasro gidi a omo Ghana mu no sebio omo bobo omo nyoma omo free Ghana omo nyina esaba president ne aban we so akire se omo ahokeka bi ene odobi ma Ghana omo ya madwin so be ye dwuma e de aboa man no de na ye be 8 years ago na ye hu no ende ni nyina ebo adwuma. So question am ebusa ne say ade ntina wo say obi krampo na adwene say opese contest NDC government nti ye ntumi fa oman no enhya kromfo a enrichi ya na omudi atem omobo yetuo omo awie sika de ama omo yire ne omo mba ende omadane omo ka kire say omadane nipa foforo within 3-4 months nti sebio ye jiminti ye njai bibia na ye ntie omo ende dwumadie no efa Ghana ho Ghana nsem a ebema Ghana ejane naso bijumadie we amidi no etwagu e wiase Africa ebi wo ho eye Europe ebi wo ho eye America ebi ko ho Asia so ebi wo ho jumadie fa amanyosem ho Ghana mu nsem ene nsem e ko Paul ko Pele bijumadie omo mo mechi dom no ye from the Ghost Team omo di jumadie no esimi kon so membra na membedwum ema Ghana for ehu no kure no sebi adekodie ntia de bia hu me o TV so ana Facebook ana YouTube so no se sebio bebi a Nyankopon ba ihia no ayana de bia na abonsam so mba ewo ho ye onipa bi o Ghana ebi me ntwero nsem form ya kromfo mo kan no credit se Paul Ademochiri mo ene omo maka ene ye onipa bi o Ghana so ma adwene se no credit bibia da no mo mfanto enti yanso ya ye nipa bi a yedi ye sebio ye tietie Yesu nantiem ye Christ children and the friends say we are Christ like Yesu di obeye ne ye hweso aye no kure no ene de to bibia da enti de bia no yeba ne abekirikiri ma kire Ghana fo eye nkontompo ene atro a nipa bi etwa wo Ghana ne ate omoto ene ye friend killing of Jandam obu ho a sebio na adwene se obi ya Jandam na ebia ote eye radio so omokatwi ana Hausa ana Ghana kasabi ana nzema dabi omo ye Jandam pa na eye omo hye suit no ebi ti se Paul Ademochiri omo no ye Jandam pa every say ye maame nom ye papa nom tetemre no na ya adwene se obi ko school na hye suit onim nyansa na ende no abefo technology a am abehu se atrofo bebre ni akromfo bebre omnam Ghana almost say Ghana ni omo amugina TV so ni radio so a omo suit obi to such Paul Ademotre and asefo it we have to be careful anything that de bia no unu TV so it is because me pese de bia no omo ba me ba na omo betwa ntora na ma bedi no kora na kiremo na ma bedwam enti dwumadie no Yesu dwumadie no odi eni bia no de obonsam ebese no na Yesu internet Jesus ma ba me ba betenetene no enti umu ha de bia na asem ba ko pe no kora no na me behye mu kena. I am here to fortify the truth and I'm here to make sure things are done right. Dwumadie we twegu wiasa fa na nyina TV so Facebook YouTube omombo mechi dom no from the Ghost team. I want to challenge them to if you're here tonight, thank you very much for tuning in. This show is actually sponsored by you because you have made time to watch the show. My name again is Kevin Taylor. After this short break, we will take our business. Gi, I work here.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No answer mine. I work here. You will for Belgium, Belgium, it was a Belgium, it was two Belgium, why why round, why round, why Supuno, why round, it was for Belgium, it was a Belgium, it was two Belgium, why oil? Why round? 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 Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Why round? Why oil? Why round? I want it. Original. I will go for Belgium. I want me to Belgium. Where you mind
Nkrumba, you are live on Loud Talents TV. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. The reason why I say what I do, they can't do it. And sometimes they ask themselves, how can we get somebody who is like this guy to counter this guy? It takes a lot of work. And I know the pain of the NPP, and I know what you go through every day. Majority of NPP4 wish I was dead. I understand. And I don't blame you. It is the pain. So many people are almost supported the NPP, you know. They wish I wasn't in the picture. In fact, Baumia, Kennedy Mo, NPP top, no. They wish I was no more. I understand your pain. They are more pain than pa and see. But that is not what God wants. And you see, there are so many NPP supporters in Ghana, even out of Ghana, they are pained. All because they don't know when I am going to stop this so that the NDC government and John Mahama, they can go after them and then denigrate them and also lie about them. They don't know why I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped. At a point, the Krobika said, after 2020 elections, Kevin Taylor there, you are still on TV, new radio. Why they in politics? No, this is an infinity thing, etc., etc. It never ends. See, the pain in the heart of people who don't like this platform and people who don't see anything good in Ghana is because, especially the NPP supporters and followers, no, they are trying to find a replacement, something to counter me. They have been doing everything. And you see, before you replace Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, you need to understand you are not just replacing a player. You are replacing a whole team. And that is what the NPP and people in Ghana who don't understand what we do, that is what they don't get. But see, before you decide to replace Messi or replace Cristiano Ronaldo, you need to understand, say, you are not replacing just a player on a field. One, you are replacing an investment. That is one. Because 90% of the people who come to that stadium to watch, they come because of Ronaldo or Messi. So one, you are replacing an investment. Two, you are replacing an institution. 90% of the players on the pitch playing with Messi or Ronaldo, they are enjoying and learning from them. So you are replacing a whole career and whatever you call it. You get it? Now, three, you are also replacing goodwill. Because you see, there's something unique about Messi and Ronaldo. They might have their bad side on the field, but every time they are part of a team, some people who don't even support those teams they play for respectively or whatever, at a point you feel like you just want to support because they are part of the game. It makes you happy. So okay, so person replace ana udi obi ba na obey more potent, more likable. Somebody, Ghanaians from left and right, I can tell you on authority. And they were confused. Those are the people who watch me a lot. And they say, if you want to get somebody to counter this platform, you are not countering Kevin Taylor as me sitting here. You are making a big mistake. You are countering a whole package. Is that person flexible enough for even somebody who does not like him would want to watch him? Those are things you need to ask yourself. Is that person intelligent enough? Is that person good when it comes to dialogue? Can he communicate? You see, communication comes in different forms. The reason why Obuoha Nekasaya would there is not because Nanwa teaching, it's because of the way or intertwining or meaning semono. Assembly oha yen kan tra. You need to bring something to join that assembly to make somebody pay attention. Do you have somebody who is creative enough to understand the nitty-gritties of dialogue, communication? I sit here from my studio. I don't see anybody's face, but I know how you feel when I'm on my show. Do you have somebody like that who can take over from me if you, the MPP or whoever is trying to counter me? Do you have anybody like that? Somebody who is basically filled with humor. When the person needs to understand his viewers and listeners, how the person can basically, even though he's not with them, he can get to them to let them understand or follow what he's saying. So I am the whole Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo put together to say banchi mole and a bromole into the bomana a journalism banku. So it is not easy. So sometimes I pity the NPP. I pity you people because the Ameya is all based. The root is the truth. When you get people or you get a political party that has that as their cord, umbilical cord, it is easy for you to get somebody to counter me. And the whole thing is simple. Get somebody who can work with the truth. Somebody who will not underestimate the intelligence of Ghanaians. Somebody who will not take sides when it comes to tribe, religion, and politics. Now, somebody who will be honest enough to tell the people, I have chosen this path. I support this because of this. Somebody who have a basis, not because of tribe or religion, but somebody who have factual basis to tell you that I have taken this path. I want you to believe in this because of this evidence. Do you people have something like that? No. It is going to take a long time for the NPP as a political party to come back to power. It's a hatred in your heart. If you have national issues to me, people don't even address the president. They are addressing me because they see the impact that I carry. They see the depth in which I used to explain issues. That is the pain in the heart of people who don't want to tell truth to Ghanaians. And I have mastered this craft. I have mastered it. And the way I was able to master it was because I looked at people who didn't like me and what they didn't like. And I did what they didn't like. And what anybody who doesn't like me does not like is the truth. Obia Ompema Sembia hates the truth. So I need to stick to it. I need to use those things. Inti ebeche because this job I am doing, I'm going to be blunt. It is so easy for me. It's the most easiest job on this planet. I don't need to be thinking too deep about what I said yesterday because I believe and I know that what I said yesterday wasn't the lie. So when I sit here, team, please stay with me. When I sit on my channel to speak every day, there's no panic. There's no being overcautious because I am not thinking about the lies I told yesterday to cover it up today. I am myself. I am natural. People love me because they're like, how does this guy do it? He does it for 3-4 hours. How is he able to do it? I'm able to do it because it comes naturally. It flows. Because I am not hiding anything from you. Because I am not doing this to please somebody. Because I am not trying to let somebody think that, you know what, I am protecting someone. So this job is the most easiest job for me. But for other people, especially more MPP4, the people you want them to speak for you, it is difficult. They are rigid. They are uptight. They cannot process. Their thought process diminishes quickly because the whole thing is programmed. They cannot naturally do what the people want. What I do here is basically what the people want. So for a political party or its supporters to say, Asemi Krampo si Ghana, tell Kevin Taylor that it means I have the antidote to your last breath. It is a antidote now, that solution now. I can destroy the party in a day. And slowly, I am cutting the party into pieces. I'm almost about 80% there. Now, Moana Moka say, Kevin Taylor, John Mahama opposition. Kevin Taylor, ya maniska, ena oka nsemna oka chire Ekufuado. Nsemna oka chire Bawumia. Nsemna oka chire MPP for more power no. Sa nkofo na moka sa asem no. And the omoka sa nsem ne chire John Mahama, the same words I was using then. No. Are they being paid by Bawumia or Kennedy? I'm asking. Because today we see a lot of people on the internet. I feel the error sending me never say. We see a lot of people on the internet talking Ghana politics. Some of them, they are crazy. Obviously, we know they are crazy. They are just not there. Some of them using strong words. Some of them not using strong words. Some of them being direct at the president. Those kind of words, some of you saw that was so stronger. Yes, where they been see that Kevin Taylor Carson we actually Ekufuado. Wakasa we actually Bawumia, wakabi actually Kennedy. Kevin Taylor there, we do atem, John Mahama na shana say. NDC for na Kevin Taylor no mama ni sika. And Kevin Taylor ye the oye no. And Kevin Taylor to me the John Mahama about power. Sasa na mokaye. The question today is, all the people on social media today who are using strong words at John Mahama and the NDC government and the ministers and whoever, are they being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy? Because for now, we can conclude that anybody who is speaking against John Mahama now, insulting John Mahama, insulting the NDC government, using strong words which you don't like, is paid or is being paid by Bawumia. There shouldn't be any argument about this. There shouldn't be any argument. And see, the issue here is we want to know, because there were so many people on social media, Bongo Ideas, and I think for 8 years, you the MPP, you picked up Bongo Ideas, Nyankasami Jr., Benansa, no Yejuma or National Security, or Ni Edubwa Himwa. They picked up Bongo Ideas. They went to lock him up. They threatened to kill him. All because they thought that his tweets were too strong and it was going against the government, against Bawumia, against the Kufuado. And at a point, say Bongo Ideas is being paid by NDC to do that. Today, the NDC is in power. So I think Bongo Ideas is not being too strong on the NPP again. NPP again, right? Now, the people who are strong on the NDC today, those insulting John Mahama, those insulting NDC government, appointees, whoever, those insulting John Mahama's wife, those insulting whoever you people think is being insulted. I'm asking, are they being paid by Bawumia? Yes. Bawumia is paying all these people. All the people you see on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, any person you see, anybody, any person you see on social media today insulting John Mahama, going after the NDC government and saying things is being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy. Go on TikTok, you see it. They are all being paid. So, we are going to now Shamia. Also, theater says, and what is Obi Cassetia NDC, by Cassetia John Mahama, a Bawumia, any Kennedy Muni Tianaka. Because for 8 years, they told you, say, I was being paid by Eddie, John Mahama. Who was Omai John Mahama? You might see Ibrahim Mahama. You might see Asibesi. Sesiano, Bawumia ne Tiasa Ankwasi Afodeka. So who should we blame if today somebody sits in Germany, in the UK, in America, and insult Otufo, a Bawumia and Amaniska? Because those times, anybody who spoke up was being paid by John Mahama and the NDC. So anybody who is speaking up today against this government and against anybody in Ghana, that person, we should know for a fact that that person is being paid by the NPP. And that is what Mahamudu Bawumia is doing. That is what Kennedy Japan is doing. And you can see all over the place. All these young boys they are talking to, they are calling, they are saying we know them. They are giving them money to try and insult and denigrate John Mahama. Because we have been there before. We all have been there before. Anyone who said that I was being paid by Mahama to do the bidding for Mahama to expose the NPP government, anyone who is doing the same thing I was doing 8 years ago and now is being paid by Bawumia. Because Bawumia wants to be president. Because Kennedy Japan wants to be president. So we need to understand this. It's when you go on their platforms, let them know that you are being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy. And the funny thing is, those people will tell you that nobody is paying me, but those people, they know who is paying who. They are the ones who know who has been paid. Right now, the table has turned. Anybody who raises any issue against John Mahama, speaks against John Mahama, John Mahama, TikTok, Twitter, wherever, he's being paid by Bawumia. He's being paid by Kennedy. At a point, MP before Yinaka say TV3, Media General, they are working for the NDC. We were here. They boycotted TV3. I don't know whether they have gone back or not. These are crazy people. Captain Smart, we all were told by the NPP every single day that Captain Smart is working for John Mahama. He has been paid by John Mahama. That is what the NPP said. And I'm a yes. Now today, if Captain Smart or whoever on any TV, because I heard Moka say John Hughes was also paid by John Mahama. I heard Moka say Roland Walker is being paid by John Mahama. I heard Namoka say Bella Mundi is being paid by John Mahama. I heard Moka say everybody Obia Obe Rezi issue is being paid by John Mahama. Today, those people who are saying that almost Hankofor are being paid, today Paul Adamotri is speaking for the NPP. He's being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy. I don't want an argument on this. All those foolish boys and girls on social media, on the streets of New York, rabies in Kramai, all those foolish people, we need to come to that conclusion. Said ye, San Kwasiafoni Nina are being paid by Bawumia and Kennedy because they want to be president. The same way John Mahama wanted to be president 8 years ago. let's make this simple. So that is how the conversation is going to be. Today, there nobody can tell me I'm being paid by John Mahama because I'm already on John Mahama's pay list from 2017. Into what in Canada. And they say, "Oh, mo kasi tia John Mahama no." Or say tia say, "Oh, they are on Baumia any Canada Japan's pay list." The rabies dogs on the street of New York, the rabies girls on the street of New Jersey, the foolish boys and girls on the street of Accra, the big-headed fools who are scared of clouds. So we need to get it straight. That is how it's going to be from today. Now, the issue with good evening to Ras, good evening to Zigma, good evening to Lovely Cookies, good evening to Ras Kofi, good evening to Raphael Lauren. Amos Boama is watching me on Facebook. Ras Kofi is live on YouTube. On YouTube, I can see Cherubin watching me tonight. Emmanuel Agbogla is watching me. Raina is live on YouTube. Asia Mame is live on Facebook. Also, I can see Cindy watching me tonight. Cindy watching me tonight on Facebook. Facebook is live on YouTube. Zigma is live again. Harrison, I'll say, is watching me. Trudy is live on YouTube. Also, Mickey F is live on YouTube. Rainer Yakub is back again. I can see Quams TV, Mickey F, and also every single person. All the lovely people who have made it here tonight to be part of this show. Yakumsin is also live tonight. Thank you. Now, the issue with a flat in Ghana, in Siototo, Ghana, and the funny thing is, I'd say this this thing never stops, right? Now, who are we supposed to blame? And this is an issue we all need to discuss. It started from somewhere. It did not start today. The floods in Accra, the floods around the nation, it didn't start from today. We cannot blame only filth. We can't. It plays a major role, especially when it comes to the congested areas, especially Kumasi and Accra. There are two things that contribute to floods in Accra. A thing, any people building anyhow. I'm talking about the planning that has gone wrong in Accra. There are places in Accra that are not supposed, we're not supposed to have buildings there. But we have buildings. Now, for some reason, this flood issue is a national issue. For some reason, the NPP that was in power for 8 years, the NPP that told us that they are going to desilt, now, majority of Accra is still running water, a free smaller gutters and drainages. Every time joining Odona, now Sebio carry waste away and call for 9 any areas no into in so move us no. The NPP that came to power, Mr. P, Mr. S, give me a video. The NPP that came to power for 8 years, they told us they are going to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. 8 years. Remember, this government has been in power for roughly 4 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. The flooding we are seeing in Accra, who are we supposed to blame? One, we need to blame ourselves. We need to blame each other. We need to blame each other because we have failed to live as human beings. And I'm speaking this or saying this because we have failed to keep our surroundings clean. Our habit of not taking care of our trash. That habit of thinking that we can leave trash anywhere. That one is not a government that will come to your home and train you. You need to be trained to understand. Your Ghana for they try to find the next stop, the next hotel, the next rest stop to go pee. But Oba Ghana, Johnson and the Penway in the Bermanoa Johnson. So it's a psychological thing. Because they know that there are no rules. And the people even who live in Ghana don't see anything wrong with Bema, Chene Bema, Ejina Baby Johnson, Abraya Tuedianoha. So they are forced to do it. So there are it has its psychological thing and it has its own things that are practicable that we are supposed to avoid or fight. So the psychological part, we have all failed each other. We We all have platforms. It's so painful that in so way the a repair. Omo through the problem, no, within a day or two, they talk about it and they are done. So the miseries or whatever they are going through, no, after 2-3 days, so when omo problem has been solved. But I don't know if you say the clouds will build again, they will form again. We need to do better as citizens. The government has failed on its promises. When talking about, and the reason why I go back 8 years is enough. 8 years is enough. And the reason why I say 8 years is enough for us to fight this, or to at least move Accra from where it was to now, was because the amount of money that was pumped into the sanitation ministry and the Kufuado Bawumia, Cecilia Rapano, we shouldn't be having this conversation now. We shouldn't. We have our own problems as humans, as Ghanaians, how psychologically we don't train ourselves to be clean, to protect our environment. So we step back 8 years. We were here when millions of dollars, we were told by Kufuado Bawumia that it has been pumped into the Sultan, the Odona River, the drainage, the biggest gutter in Accra. So the majority of the insio are every different parts, no, now at least insio no crop 90%, it will go down to like 40%, and then slowly we can get the system ready for every rainy season. The question here is, what was done by Kufuado? We were here and Omoko actually said they were the Sultan, and I said Omoti Odonanim. This is the Kufuado Bawumia MPP government. This is the same government today telling us to say they see everything wrong with everything and they want to blame who?
This dredging, cleaning up is going to take about 6 months to complete this one. Then the Kwale Lagoon itself will take a longer time, because that's where we have more composition of material, which needs to take a longer time, maybe about a year or two to finish. We're going to have recreational facilities. That is the sea outfall. So along we have recreational facilities, other infrastructure. We can have some hotels. We come at the end, and this makes the whole place. Then we're dredging all the way through cycle to Kwale Lagoon, where we call the Clep Interceptor. From there, we end up at the estuary into the sea. Before the commencement of the work, this is how the situation was. The channels were heavily silted. Along the channel, you can see very heavy siltation. So this is the beginning. Then during the process of the dredging, we had these situations. Gradually, we came up to the end. Then finally, this is the stage that we have reached. And then after that, there was a continuation to carry out the silting, because as we progress, more silt come, and you have to continue dredging.
This was May 2019. Omoka just on my recreational center along the Odo. They were going to dredge it, create recreational center. Kennedy Japan Krakache say Odo na no, or the boat besim. At a point where Kennedy catcher say, Sa Odo River no, Odo gono no. Or the boat fi Dubai babesim na visitors at him Odona to Odona. These people, and then no, I just don't want to. But they did this in 2019. Now, my question is, the young people who have platforms like mine, who think, say, what I do is too big for them to learn. These same young people in Ghana, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, they are the ones who are going through the pain. So why are they not asking these people that why wasn't this done? Why should we make anyone walk? And why should we even allow this same government for 8 years that lied to the people? Why is, I don't know, young men, young women on social media, why are they not worried about this? Why are they not worried about this accountability? Why are they not asking the government that just left, that told us they pumped billions into this project to save them? Why do you think these young people haven't taken the time to say, no, we are here to help Ghana. Tomorrow, I don't want to be that fool making videos and telling Ghanaians that our house is flooded. Their house is flooded. My house is flooded. We don't want to look like Le Frog walking in water. Why do you think these young men have refused to use their brains? Why do you think these fools who sit on social media pretending they are intelligent, why do you think they have failed to use their common sense to ask the most important questions? It is because these people are not intelligent enough to discuss national issues. It is because the politicians are using these young boys and girls who cannot think deep. They are shallow-minded. Technology has made foolish people look important in our communities. But in any serious country, the young people should take to social media. They should be demanding accountability from the NPP that at least we know you people were in power for the past 8 years. The amount of money that went into this. We saw the president walk there. Where is the recreational center? Where is the Sultan? What did we get out of it? So why would any young person even sit, anyone and say, Mekokase NPP, enyansafo di enim, intende mekasama NPP, inti Ghana fombe tieme. Today, look at these young people, young women and boys. Some of them look like tadpoles. Some of them look like Le Frog. I sam ponchireni akamuti enomunamunsuom. Our house is flooded. What is so unique about it? The young people who are supposed to call for accountability have become fools. Because the politician would tell the other politician that, we Jimmy. Catcher and says sorry. The politician, onimsa we Jimmy. It will say, oh, sorry. And it will make you feel special. But our politician, ne baby edwa ote sansu onim. Sa politician nipa thousands of Ghanaians omo kobo flag man na insuana form no. He did not find each one of them to tell them you are sorry. Wa hwehwebe hu de we Jimmy no. Because you see, the way Jimmy na no ya. So politician hwehwem de we Jimmy na say and the oko baby a nipa bebregu o mo Jimmy a omo ye dede a wo hwe de na no ya we Jimmy kese no ama na duane. Obaka catch your mom Jimmy say bibia you okay. And that is what Bawumia and Kennedy Dems are doing. They look for the dumb but loud. So they pick them out. So the politician will sit back. No, I heard you wait Jimmy no. And I know a dino. Or friend about them or say Jamudi. Or Pierre or say Nipa Mokan was a Munjano and Nipa say that is what they are doing. But I was expecting the young people. So we need answer. This is the time they will be on the streets and telling Ghanaians never to consider the NPP. And not just the NPP. The same people who were with the Kufuado, who ruled with the Kufuado for 8 years. Any young man and Ajuni Juma on Jimmy and would say never. Because at least Nipa Kwenyo be the opportunity to live for 8 years. For 8 years, these politicians were given everything they needed. Their wives, their kids, their family members, they were provided with everything. For 8 years, Insua Tonde, na Insua Yira Fawa. The politicians look within. He looks around and see the foolish one among the foolish masses and picks them out and say, "Obra." That is where we are. Inti Jimino, you need to sit back. And I don't blame some of these young boys and girls because they are young. They have not really seen life. They don't understand what life is. They just see life as, where's the boxer shows me? Bon, small fame, social media, YouTube, so when you're $200 a month, when you say that's how they see life, they cannot see beyond what we see. So what do? What we do is, your experience, we try to guide the intelligent ones. What is happening in Accra with these floods? It cuts deep. Now, baby or see a friend estate, and don't do Accra, Obias what estate. The boys and girls don't even understand what an estate is. So you sit down to Aso, near the gate to Anwa, a estate. They are so dumb. Enti baby o ha yensi dan. Na odwan bia kosi dan miensa mienu bi esiwo. Osemiti estate. Okwa on check the soil. Aban kura book which say these are places you don't live. But on say Jimmy Dodo no ema wa adwene o say we are smart. Enti today obitumi ka bibitu obitumi keke yetumi ton slum maw. Enya slum bia and I say waterlogged area bia na on nanti outeti ansumo. But where Jimmy nti or say I live in an estate. What is estate? What do you see? What do you consider as an estate? What is an estate? When houses are built like hen coops, like piglet farms, with no plan. When you live in a neighborhood where gutters cannot flow, free-flowing gutters, that is not an estate. That is a slum. The people living in Zongo are intelligent. Ye pa omo mote slums a mo a inso toya le frog for mo tete nsuo ni mo na mo adwene wo for mo agimi. When they did flood in Accra, Accra say nsuo afa Zongo e ma nipa tete nsuo ni, you will not hear, because those who live in Zongo, they look out for these things. You might think say sebio ebi omo mote wono, there are some kind of people the kind of things you do inti you underestimate them, but the men out say nsuo afa Zongo e bi mfa, because Zongo enya crown they will create some drainages. Because Ebia Cemetery Estate, Ebia Nisa Kodie, Ubusan or Tetrasako or Tashoma Estate. Because Ebia Cemetery Estate, they need to understand the say a chrono and your dini the chichi crew are planning. Are planning. Enti so you're crossing now bankraya. Obia betmaton bibia maun. Why are the Zongos not flooding? Why are the Zongos not flooding? I didn't know Zongos didn't flood. Because Zongo do be my own beside block gutter. Wherever you want to build, but make sure you don't block the gutter coming from one place. They are reasonable people, they are intelligent. But most uncle for Makai Jimmy Cotemania de Adekoshe, Bibri, yet estate. Yet the estate. Again, our friend estate. Obabro Jobati estate waha, Kwasiaba. Did you hear? Do you know what estate is? Estate agata unkonye estate. Sauti bebina gata enkwa enye estate. It's a slum. Bro, ni bena betina area gata enkwa or say eye estate. Uye udang. We Jimmy. Na mumu sa platforms na motete sono. Ede na mudi suya. Na mo nya gono. Na mo kodi obechi. Mu yi hanki free mo to na mo de afa mo tiri ho. Na mo sa de afa mo nim. Mo hu nyenya kan. This is where we are. That's the problem. We need to get the young people to understand. And the politicians keep fooling them even in their misery. And then young man, because you have failed to think. That politician who is telling you, oh, sorry, no, that politician will never live where you live, because wait, Jimmy, you need to advocate. You need to get up and let the politician understand. You have failed me. You are not supposed to come close to me. But don't say, Jimmy. That is why they take advantage of you people. Canada Japan 21, Ghana. He will never allow any of his kids to live in that slum you people call estate. When Jimmy but he will tell you, oh, sorry, because wait, Jimmy. Because in the next 24 hours, in Sato, you will still sit in there, you will lose everything. So basically, you become an animal. Mwe Jimmy, Nani Pebi, and the majority of so-called Yesi estate, they are all built in slums. Nothing. (2021) Cecilia Dapa, Yebusano Parliament.
I have the platform. A portion of the World Bank's $570 million economic pump for Ghana was to enable Accra become the cleanest city in Africa. Specifically, $200 million was to finance the Greater Accra and Integrated Development Initiative. This initiative is a transformative urban project tailored to bolster the city to become safer, more resilient, and cleaner. What is the status of this project?
Mr. Chairman, the component for my ministry is $43 million, and I think I spoke about it earlier. That is to take care of the Odo Basin, to clean it up, and to cap the heaps of waste that that we see around the basin. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You claim that your ministry had 43 million out of the $200 million. How was that 43 million applied?
Mr. Chairman, I have given the components out is to cap about 5 heaps around Tantan and then the Odo Basin. And it's also to clean up the Odo Basin to make the channels open for water to flow in. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The Busas is the power parliament to say $43 million a day now would ye. These are the same fools sending young men and women messages. Or say $43 million, no, or the big ye more pantine. The same pantine, and I do ye can say in so tall pantine. Kwasia be able to le frog, the near so, and an anketing get or ten le frog. Le frog. Ni ti I to say studio lights. Ne need to your kwasia. Since the password is $43 million called pantine. Echo making sure or this salty cape a your mouth. And I'll say, oh dang. The Odo River no, or the team $43 million. You people, you don't see money before. Also, I say, or you clean up. This is 2021. Or 2025. This as much as the back 2021. We are in 20. In less than 4 years, it rains. And the frogs are swimming in water. And young people cannot sit and be like, no. This cannot be possible. These are people we gave money to. This is a political party we handed this money over to. But you see, these young fools don't understand what we do. When I ma omutumwari oba no akonyema behye ne mba be 5 na ni nyina ye obidia because onim nyansa obe analyze nyoma. The question is simple. We need to be having a conversation. For the past 8 years, where did our money go? We have the right to question this government after 4 years. Where did our money go when it comes to desalting and cleaning Accra? These are the questions we need to be asking. Intendeno metia, we need to be asking each other, where did the money go? $43 million. Where did it go? But as foolishly and as le frogs as we are, you're trying to say in 9. We just want that that same politician who took that money and spent on women, spent on other unnecessary things to benefit them. No, we are happy that that same fool has sent us a message. Yeah, Jimmy. I keep telling you, there are a lot of young, foolish, loud fools in Ghana. Very foolish, unintelligent. They are weak-minded. We have gone through the mill. We understand the system. Young people on social media, this should be a national discourse. We need to be pushing pressure on this government to question the past administration. That where did the money go? But you see a young man who is swimming in this water that can kill him any day. A young le frog defending the government that caused this problem. Because at this point, who caused this problem? The people we get $43 million to. As far as I know, they were giving that money to stop this flood. So why is the flood coming back? As I speak, it's raining. It's raining. Omo mama wo BP. Omo mo yare. Omo kuma ebo. They are there. What do they do? And then social media send a platform. What is that platform for? What is it for? What is it for? It's for nothing. It's for stupidity. It's for foolishness. You people are not supposed to be recognized. You're supposed to be poisoned. Because money le frog, money imponchireni, difference in him. You take in a lot of air in your chest and in your head. Whatever you spill out is trash. These are the facts. It is raining tonight. The politician that told you that sorry, where is he? He doesn't fucking care. That politician for past 8 years, you paid his salary every month. You paid his kid's school fees. You made sure you gave him everything he needed. All the luxury cars you gave to that politician. All the luxury. For 8 years. That politician today, as I speak to you, that luxury, he's still living with it and having a good life. You, it is raining. You don't know where to go tonight. Oka na esinsum na say. If you electrical plug be anya juma, ahwia kom, you are waiting for the water to dry totally. So the electrician will come back again. The probability say in Solukra after a month, ufi electrical wires nya juma, it is high. Who is going to bear the cost? Oya kwasienti. Sa politician or call it this on you. You are sitting there say sa kwasiana frame me. Sa kwasiana text me. Actually we are le frog. Do you know Le Frog? Mr. P, get me Le Frog and let me show Ghanaians Le Frog. Then I can move on. Actually, we are ponchireni. Actually, we are kitten na uti ene wafuno. Say a ponchireni a ujina diyan ujina nsum. You cannot think beyond a diyan or height. And I'm speaking to the young people in Ghana. You have TikTok account, you have Facebook account, you have YouTube account. Use it profitably. Let it benefit you. Let it benefit your parents, your community. Let it help lives. That is what Abrofune uses this social media, this technology. That is what they have used it for. Let's not be foolish all the time. Ghana Nibi Onimi should be pissed off. Why hasn't Baumia, Kennedy Japan, Ekufuado, why hasn't Cecilia Dapa, why hasn't the NPP government released a statement about this flood? Because they don't want that conversation to come up. They know that when they release a statement, we are going to question them. So what are they doing? They are feeding the frogs. They are feeding pigs. Sympathy. That's what they need. Because they know that pigs are easily fed. Give them shit. When they eat, they will forget their problems. But it's raining tonight. It's coming back again. The rains are not stopping. We need to get serious. Go to Taifa. It's flooded. Every place is flooded. For 8 years, we didn't question why our gutters were not desilted. We didn't question why the government that told us that it is going to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. We did not question it because say, what has Baumia got that Yeni Ghana for your Taino? Any Kennedy? What do they have? They don't have intelligence. They are looking for foolish ones amongst us to use them, and they have succeeded. Mr. P, Mr. S, get me Le Frog. Let me show Ghanaians Le Frog, because I've seen a lot of my aunties, my sisters asking, Le Frog, what is Le Frog? Let me show you Le Frog. This is Le Frog. Today, they are walking in water, flood, telling Ghanaians, our houses are flooded. Kwasia. Your house is flooded. Our house is flooded. Which is which? Kwasiasum, our house is flooded. Mumbo Bransi Dainti. You don't understand. This is Le Frog. Politicians will use you people for a long time. Because Mumu Bimwejimi. Le Frogs. This is what we call Le Frog. This is what we are seeing in Ghana. You see frogs walking in water. To toe. Our house is flooded. You and whose house? It is raining. Where is Le Frog going to go? It is raining. This is a poem. It's a poem. It is raining. Where is the frog going to sleep? It is raining. It is raining. It is raining. Where is the frog going to breathe? It is raining. When the clouds start gathering, the frog gets scared. When the clouds start to gather, the frog gets scared. The heat, the pressure, the wind that carries fear, the river, the ocean that stays calm, the dirty gutters that carries shit and pee makes its way into the house of the frog. Where are you going to hide, the frog? Where are you going to hide? The dirty brown water has entered your house. The germs that is going to leave behind. The denigration, the filth, the stink, the smell. What is the frog going to drink? The frog takes pride in laying and sleeping in filth. The frog takes pride in taking messages that will not change his life. The frog is a disease. The frog is an embarrassment. The frog, where are you going to go? Because the rains are coming. The frog, where are you going to be? Because the rains are coming. Are you going to be under your bed? Because it's going to get wet. Are you going to hide under your car? Because it will get wet. Are you going to hide under your boxers? It is also going to get wet. Le frog, where are you going to be? Because the rains will never stop coming. Le frog, the rains will never stop coming. The day the frog will learn sense, the day the frog will understand that humans are different from frogs, the day the frog will be human, will understand that politicians are using the frog. They are using the tongue of the frog to tap or to attract the very stupid ones that look like the frog. Le frog, where are you going to be? Because the rains will never stop. You are still watching With All Respect Extended Version. After this short break, you're the big dream. Aglow.
Amen. That our Father will give the energy minister, the finance minister, and all stakeholders greater wisdom and very great insight, as well as measureless breadth of understanding to solve these problems in order to forestall doomsday, which will erode any gain made.
Yeah, the minister, no, yeah, energy minister, no, financial minister, no, and I want a flower won't be a say, Yami be want my one or so as ye, send on better me, I not doom say it near me, on the asano.
IPPs are almost one bed woodrow. Namin come on my time, Accra.
IPPs, yeah, now may be on your money. No one, I mean, no more back over pay, or I mean, maybe.
Let's pray.
Okay, me no yam and monami to one on and I'm in one on there, and I'm in Ushisha Mehaw, and I'm in Ushisha Mehaw. Okay, be I
pray for out of the box thinking in the mighty name of Jesus. Grant the minister
Ebi only, I'm a name of Fanny Potahi, Menitashi, Yanekis here, I'm a ya o gem only. You are come on, I come about not gemo, I'm about not he what lay, now make about 9 about you. I will not show up Babu finding in a young yes, Amen.
Topic, I saw any brew.
Make a topic in a no yando ye.
I could do somewhat about affecting him.
I can do so very cool, Nichuma Baba, Bafi.
The next topic, the energy sector, is the way forward for ECG.
I feel one solid one ECG.
That God will be gracious to Ghana. And show our leaders clearly the specific areas of ECG that ought to be privatized.
Now, on yeah, Eddie come for no electricity, no baby. Say, ma uncle, now on ye a
let there be a national consensus on the labor front to avoid strikes and other forms of agitation.
I know Atobediano to bar, the many Saka can suddenly I am in fair, mammy, I catch me and not be bonny, sunny, I feel it.
Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we bring, oh God, the ECG before you. Father, it is a thorny issue, but you are the repository of wisdom. So we are asking, oh God, for the way forward. Father, there are so many problems, Father, that they are encountering, but you know and you have the solutions. And Father, we bring the privatization agenda before you. Let them know specific areas to be privatized. Let there be a consensus, oh God, on the labor front that we need to privatize this in the interest of the nation. Father, we pray that this decision will not be politically motivated, but this decision will be a national affair, that people will know that there is the need for us to do this in the interest of the nation. Father, do it for us. In Jesus' name.
Yankopon onkuma mi we ntontwene bebi ma yempa honto no. Ah? Nyame. Kuma mi we to twene bebi na ye hontoye. Because or mislead ye ma menom. We a political prayer and say dein. Aglo na hu ye. On say the aglo egu. On say aglo na na mu hu no tete no. Aglo papa na ye ma memu de o makoma di echi. On say and the aglo no and maami we no say aglo no egu. Omo anom lead aglo no so mu nyina majority na jai amanaka beifo we nko a. What empire na obo na o lead omo no. 99% of maamefo omo te ho. They don't know anything about energy sector. They don't know contracts. They don't know privatization of the energy sector. They don't know how the ECG, the labor unions, the discussions they are having with the government about privatization of ECG. So how did that conversation get in here? How did that prayer get on that paper? They are setting the grounds. This woman has been working for the NPP for years. There's nothing about God about this woman. Or a pure demon. You can say, Obi a devilish. Obi the nyamesom da nipa. You can say, Obabi a bayfo we ebini. We or a devilish. Because adia nyameka se onye no ompe because of a nibre. This is purely a political prayer. But these people will tell you, aglo ye kosia a nyame a religion a group empire ne yakobo. For 8 years ye boni patuo e wo krom ha because of elections. Aglo eduma anya specific in their prayer. So nyankopon we ye bom pa ye say na na Akufo-Addo ba wo mia omudi man we so. MPP from di man we so. Oman ne sha omon sa ya bonipa nwotwe tuo. Na sa etuo na ya bono onyame ade na oma president ne babo. They were not specific in their prayer. Time na MPP were power. We experienced the same power crisis. And to say bayfo way, this disease of a Jezebel never took up that prayer. 2022, 23, 24. Near that yet that doom soma be ne. This disease of a Jezebel. She could not for once. She was never specific in her prayers and the Akufo-Addo. Mr. P, Mr. S, get me some of her prayers and the Akufo-Addo. Suddenly, she believes that Omon Payano was some years specific. So today, after Nidazi, Lydia Glow catch say privatization of ECG. There are specific places that Yankopon wa bino. Now Omon privatizes some specific way or say body to training. Ghana mami for be problems say koso Ghana. Psychologically, women are starting. And they have benefited from politics. Last me catch mami we say opa onyi ne draws in country Ghana for say or bomidua MPP aban so we nya so mfaso bia we ontumi ne draws in kasa asem no onyi ne draws a agrada be sini mu okuno. These are witches with PhDs. When we are bayfo, and let me tell Ghanaians something. And you bay any the owner like you are you are bayfo. You might not see it. Their actions and how they lead people into hellfire. Their actions. I genie down with him. they make sure nyame mano, they lead them to where they don't even know. These ones are dangerous than bonsamna winimuno. And they are grown egu. And it is not attractive to anybody because of a disease of a witch. This is a disease of a Jezebel. And today, Agrosia, na ye political empire. This is the same woman. Time manager Mahama. 2014, 15, 16, our power. The same group, Enomobejina Independence Square, ebe bomb pie say, Mbabi the omoto power. Mbabi obiwa abemu na ninuya yamane contractor ohu mami we osanya mi kune to ne. She needs to die. God needs to kill her. I was so nyami kuno because you see, adia bi chiri wo mabra bomne obi a odi nyankopon din ye politics. And it's a Mustafa Hamid asem. I can tell you on authority. The reason why I hate Mustafa Hamid is because he uses the Quran to do politics. And I hate it. And the female version of Mustafa Hamid, they hide behind the Bible and they denigrate and lie to people indirectly. If you are not called by God, so these people can lead you into hellfire. You would never have an idea. These people are more dangerous. And to me, my wish to God said, we will also come so that we can have some room. Bayemu PhD, we munye. Under J. Eko we know a Council of State member. Ya won 1957. I didn't know who Ghana. I was watching say, me say Anna Kufuor, she was a Council of State member. Mami we. Kufuor appointed her as a Council of State member. 1957 year old. She has seen all regimes. Ever seen ne? Nana do dan kweku for the MPP tonight so 8 years. Ye boni patu pay. Ayawaso West Wagon. This woman was never specific. Even Ayawaso West Wagon. A commission was put together. A commission wrote a report. The president should implement the report. This woman was never specific in her prayer. I glow at your prayers, sir. They could not tell the president, say, Brian the Champona, the commission report, the president, they were never specific in their prayer. A bayfo ya, Amasia Chinchini winning, I'm gonna dim quasiasem. Okayas wumwadie. You see today where they are? You see the kind of prayer they are praying? Because you see, the catcher must say, the NPP, these are the people, they will regroup. And they are regrouping. Suddenly, Agro is more worried about Dumso. Agro is not even worried about issue with the energy crisis. So said Dumso. Agro is worried about the details in Dumso. Ask yourself why. A political prayer. Mr. P, Mr. S, take care of some foods on the platform. It is a political prayer. And you see, they have been doing this for years. The reason why today some people in Ghana are not comfortable with me and my platform is because we have exposed them. We have revealed what majority of people thought could never be seen. There were so many people in Ghana, we held them in high esteem. We saw them say, these people are intelligent. They are honest. They are doing the bidding for us. No. Until we came into the picture, we have been able to make them less. We have been able to review what is behind the curtains. At this point, you could see they are all gathering against people like us because they are not relevant in the system again. These are dangerous people. And the question here is, these women make Yama grow in other places look like say, when you meet this woman, when she meets our mothers and aunties, they belittle them. This woman, Joyce Ayer, and the likes, say things that they were not able to accomplish in their life, or God did not give them because of their sour heart. Adebia nyame ntuma fa mo because akoma boni edo mutrim ene edo makumem eye adwene poboni a omudi nyini ye, the bitterness within them no. You see, Nyankopon, let me be honest with you. Obi ani asase we so a onyankopon ma ne nsɔhwe a ontumi nko. And God, before you are born, when you are born, it takes a little bit of time to study you. When God gets to know that you are bitter about something, God will deny you that. And you see, the majority of these people are aunties or Ghana for a long time. Then they say, when they meet them, they create a barrier. They are superior beings. Nothing. They have done nothing wrong in their lives. They see them as some role models. It is squeaky clean. Because of their upbringing. But let me tell you, their bitter heart into what every woman enjoys. Obabia kuma. And with all due respect to Obia naturally, Onyankopon abo barren se wuntumi wo. Adia obabia wa asase we so a etone sere so a emana kuma enije se obewo na akorada ne naso. Some people are not able to get it because of medical reasons. Some people nyamene sebio oyenisa. Some people nyamene deliberately oyenisa. And the likes of Afenyima Dadzi, Nyankopon mo shed, Nyankopon sheda and obo mo barren. They are dangerous people. And the Domian say, I'm creating a clique in Ghana. And they are up there. And what they do is they say, they make our mothers, our aunties, they look so nothing before them. They keep telling us, Aglo, they are non-denominational. Have you ever seen any ordinary Ghanaian called up there to lead prayer? No. Because but when you go behind the scenes, these are greedy witches. Bitter, greedy witches. Nyankopon say through almost a long time. These are the people who have destroyed lives. I'm telling you the reality. No corner make capture no. See, I say Aglo, non-denominational. And that's already be idea. Yani abeshia ne yebo mpaye anameboa. Empire, it's always some people who have to lead the prayer. It is because they have created a gap. Psychologically, they are high up here. And it's now called a glow this they make them look less. They make them look sinners. They create a gap. It will study programs. Indirectly, they do what? They start to worship these Jezebel of witches. But when you go behind the scenes, now afenyi that's the way. I also only the aglo. When you enter the house, when you see what they have raised, something that they have raised. And these people, when they call for a meeting, they need to spit on them. Or some because many aunties they are far better than these people. After politics. Papa. See a papa. These are dangerous women. So come on me we fear nema the nonsense this woman. But I want to ask, say sama me we ohun aglo ni bia say neba eye bibi or internet so this disease of a Jezebel will call and intimidate you. Hey, Adentina obagina social media you say Adentina when raise ubani ye we need to be a Christian mother. And so no they raise their kids raise your mombasa ajantra for. Because they have created that thing. Yeah, my minimum ye here for. Yeah, my minimum the intimate show when you webinar we move fra. Yeah, my minimum the man go school. Yeah, my minimum the omo ya den e ready for. Omo the omo come more. Omo yi omuti. Omo share space. It yeah, my minimum Jimmy. Omo benyame. That is what these people create in the heads of our mothers. Where ni kunu and osha omo ma the omo ma ye. this agro no ne banie.
On this episode of Body on a Budget, so top phone is Stan's jeans. It's already mine. I got it from PLT like years ago. This top was like a new color I wanted to do for pastels. And my hair from Minu Cosmetics, guys. If you see the way my hair has been growing, you don't even get it. Like, it has come so thick. I don't know whether you guys realize. I think in January I really cut my hair down. Like, I cut it down. And look at it now. I don't even use it as often because it makes my hair grow a bit too fast, and I don't want to be paying often. Because my natural hair, when it grows under, it becomes really sensitive. So, yeah, go and get Mino Cosmetics, Stan's jeans, and wait for pasta. On this episode of Body on a Budget.
The way you are dancing, be like say they don't give you breakfast. I'm a piano knocker down there, give breakfast. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go. Carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go. The way you are dancing, be like say they don't give you breakfast. I'm a piano knocker down there, give breakfast. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go. Carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go. The way you are dancing, be like say they don't give you breakfast. I'm a piano knocker down there, give breakfast. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go. Carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go. The way you are dancing, be like say they don't give you breakfast. I'm a piano knocker down there, give breakfast. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. I'm a piano go, they carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go. Carry you, they go. You go carry you, they go.
This is Avenue Dadzi. I'm say adopted daughter. Yanko pompon to my man and wo. Na nyame aboa no wetuma kwati obi ba abetena oncha na wase akwara no. But this woman Avenue Dadzi will be standing in front of Yama Amenum to make them look like say omo de omo ntimi fa nyame ntete omo ma. Wo Avenue Dadzi. Nyankopon oni wakoma bone da omunti. Wa ma wo yefunu mo afa wo ba. Onyankopon nim se woye nipa bone ni adwene da wotim akoma da omu anyenti. Wumba ede wo wa ma wo bi. Na nipa atam ne ba ma o se hwe no hwe de wadane akora no. This is what she has turned the kid into. I don't care about your kid's life. It's her life. I'll pray for her. But these are the people I'm talking about. Avenue Dadzimo. They are the problem in Ghana, our society. Avenue Dadzimo na say yama amenom. Emabu homumbu omukunum. Aware bebregu because of Avenue Dadzi. What your mother, your auntie have. And in Sankano, indirectly, Avenue Dadzimu, they are using agro to destroy homes. In the name say it's interdenominational. Yeah, they belong to Asoribi. They go there and they destroy lives. Asoribi, if you be our real good because of Avenue Dadzi. You see her daughter, mo ni baba. Mo sorry kakra na mukuru dia mamo. Say mo fa nko didwa. Na mfa so mmra so na mo fa nhwe fie no. Na mo mu bi atam de akoma ma ame we ne nanfofo. Adan a ye som nyame. Na sebio asoribe na ewu wutu mu. Asoribe na ewu wutu mu. Ukunu ko ware wo asoribe na ware wo mu. O papa na maame na asoribe na omukọ. Ede na wehu Avenue Dadzi ho a wudi na chi. Wa ma wa adwene o say we a lesser being. And that is what I keep saying. It's psychological. This is psychological. Nipa na ogina ho no. You see, Yesu Kristo obadi asasi we su no. Yesu bedi asasi we su no. Sanka nebra oboye sanka na nka ho ntia ka adwen se esuafo no Yesu koye no anka obi beti esuafo no. The reason why the religion Christianity ejina na naso because it is because of the past record of Yesu Kristo and J.J. Rollins. Yesu Kristo past record no, it made it easy for the apostles to sell Jesus as a product. So wherever the apostles went, if you be a muremu after the Pentecost fire, time a Yesu eko osoro ahimem after his death, I will share suafo ka se monko na monfa asempa ne nko na ewiase nyina the Pentecost hour no. Time a Yesu koye no, sa disciples ne kwa abontene no, they did not go there to tell the people, say, look at my face and become a Christian. They were telling the people, look at the lifestyle of my savior, my boss, Jesus I was following. Jesus Christ was a product that was easily sold. People accepted Jesus because of his past record, because of what he left behind, not because of the apostles. The apostles could not convince anybody without a record of Jesus Christ. We are talking about somebody standing before women, telling them, say, or no, and I only a group. So you need to sit back and ask yourself. So when the Holy Ghost, basically, the Holy Ghost stayed with us, what it had to do was to lead the apostles. And when the Holy Ghost led them, when they were talking to people for them to believe them, they were using Jesus Christ as the basis. So, Minya, I want to say, me person the odo krama eyedien nyame. O se adentim from me krama nyankopon. O se me so me Kristo ni a me di Yesu ne nanmo na namon. Ye ka se Christ like utu Yesu anamon na wudi ekire. It is shema namo a me too because anamo a me too na Yesu anamon na me too. So they looked at the record of Jesus. That is why a lot of people followed the apostles. It wasn't because they were anointed or they were special. It was because of what they were coming with. The track record of Jesus Christ made the job easy. And in 2024, it was easy to sell John Mahama because his track record in politics was easy to sell him. You don't have to talk much. You just have to point to the people what John Mahama represents. So they will go back and look at it and say, yes, your leader, the guy you are talking about, why you be paying? That is why John Mahama got the nod. And he is showing it today by making sure the okay and real life issues and religion. After you died, when Lydia Mamenum ya aunties adada omno, I am showing the psychology behind it. Oma dada ya mamenum, oma safety. This is afenyoma afenyi dadzi. The record as a mother enye. This is her record afenyi dadzi. These people lie to you. Before you go to that glow, say, oh money, you people are doing better than these people. They lie to you every day. They make your mamenum feel say, sebio bra. These Afenidadzini Joyce Ayamon, they are filthy at home. They cannot even raise their own kids. They cannot raise their own kids. Omanga Samba, they cannot raise them. But Thomas safe. So today they are doing politics. They are regrouping. But to me, as a young man, what do I have to say about this? This is what Afenidadzi. This is what Ninsanwe Jumani. And the original Nyanku podium now Nyami Busan say, Afenidadzi. Also a Christo di cheme dia waye. On Sanwe Juma. Sebio ya di akwarasha wonsa. Ye furuwe nye bianwo. Na di adima wona die na wutumi de ye ema sebio me onyankopon. Nipa bi share me ka se ampa onyame ena o se ye de yedi ni to so. E die na Afenidadzi wo ye e share onyankopon ni munyam. This is her terminal report she's going to show to God. This is Afenidadzi's terminal report. But what can I do? Nothing. I just have to pray. We just have to pray. The same way Afenidadzi is praying for ECG and Dumso, we should also go on our knees tonight. Your boy and Sano. Your boy and Sano near Bompaya. Ya the Afenidadzi neba we eshe unyankopon sa. Say your boy and Sano near Bompaya. Sebio unyamiaka. Yachon was thrown, Yachon was assi so that. Sebio the Afenidadzi entumi anye. onyame sebio oye oba also otete oba onyame mu ema sebio akwara ne su ese onyame nantie mu no ende onyankopon ye bom paye for onyame edien osuruja beti akwara yi hu papa ade afini daddy anye papa tuanka ye boy nsema na dwi in the name of Jesus na ye de akoma pa eta ekire na ye ka onyankopon ye kan akoma so asem kire onyame se onyame yi akwara we yo kan hu o ye Ghana ni akwara onyame yi ne maame na misleading no afenyi daddy na asɛ no eye onipa anka oso nyame ye kyekyere nyankopɔn mu ye tetene nyame mu afenyi daddy afa nyame afa kwan bone so asɛ akwara yi papa we kan ye ho o ye Ghana ni akwara ye do no ye pese papa wo gye na efri obonsam afenyi daddy nsem obonsam kokroko Jezebel pompo afenyi daddy onyame ye boy ensem ne ye bompa ya for suru jagu afenyi daddy so na hye no kota oye nipa boni ni wasaya kore papa osuja yedebo fegu afenyi daddy so papa kuni to no twene na wasaya nipa ba papa kuni to no twene ene ye mu ba anka onye sa papa eye agro no or the politics papa ye bo nyankopon so mpaye ma osuru ja kuni to twene na ti akwara we hu ye de osuru ngwa or the osuru ngwa ye de anointing petene so papa yere petene so papa yere petene so ti akore huma ye o ye Ghana ni ba ye ntumi ma afenyi dazi ense no in the name of Jesus ade na go so Ghana sa no na enkwasi asem na afenyi dazi wasay akora we life we ntumi antete akora ba akọ anhye onyankopon animunyam ubedi agro enim ahye ho animunyam tete akwara baako ehye onyame animunyam ka se we die mentumi anwo bio na we die matete na hye onyame animunyam we ntumi antete akwara baako ahye onyame animunyam ugina agoro enim keka nkwase asem hey ye de osuru ja egu wa hem papa ti akwara we homa ye papa mo osuru honhom na enka no sakra na papa manen dresse papa patade hye no papa ne tun egu papa kata ho afenyi daddy ye bonsam benyi pa wasa akora isuban papa ye de onyankopon go sra ete akora hu in the name of Jesus.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No no asamai. Abuache. Iwo fufu Belgium kwan. Ewa betia Belgium kwan. Ewo tuwa Belgium kwan. Why yo ye? Why round wa? Why yo ye? Why round wa? Why yo ye? Why round wa? Why yo ye? Supuno why round wa? Ewo fufu Belgium kwan. Ewa betia Belgium kwan. Ewo tuwa Belgium kwan. Ewo tuwa Belgium kwan. Why yo yell? Why round wa? 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 Every papa no, what one is them what? 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 Why round wa? Why yo yell? Why round wa? I want it. Original.
Thank you very much for staying. There's one thing we didn't do. I'm very, very sorry. I am very, very sorry, guys. I am very, very sorry. Before we start our show, we didn't do one thing. This boy, his name is Williams Anefi Sapon. He's a thief. From 4. We forgot. My team just reminded me. Williams Anefi Sapon, Oyewi. Wherever you see this guy, catch and say, Oyewi, do not do business with him. Wherever you meet him, catch and say, Oyewi, don't let him come close to you. His name is Williams Anefi Sapon. He is a thief. Ne papa nie, ne papa so eye kromfo. Papa we na ebo akra we e ma ne ewia nkofo sika, e bon nkofo apo, or your internet fraudster daddy. Your friend internet fraudster daddy, or your friend IFD. Internet fraudster daddy. Ono so oboa ne bana bokro no, eye Williams Anefi Sapon ne papa nie, ono so ye wi. Williams and Nefi Sapon, ne maame so your friend internet mother a fraud mommy. Also a IFM. Internet fraud mommy. Also a IFM. Mami we so okaho Williams and Nefi Sapon. Williams and Nefi Sapon friend ho Dr. Wask or your Cromfo. Ne maame no so ye wi. Inti baby abehuni bi aka chan say Kevin Taylor say we ye wi. He has told you what to do. Come out and do it. Boy, you know, your friend Williams and Nefi Sapon, he is a thief. He's an internet fraudster. Do not do business with this criminal. Thank you. Thank you very much, Matilda. I hear Matilda. I really appreciate you reminding me. Without mentioning Williams and Nefi Sapon, all right, now I want to say a big no, not yet. The Accra Mayor and Accra Regional Minister, I would like to say thank you very much, you guys. You are doing a great job. What we are seeing the Ashanti region from the Ashanti Regional Minister and also the Kumasi Mayor, we are seeing say now people are ready to work and we need to encourage them to work. Now, say Nyome Koso Matise a year in crime. The Mayor Accra is doing extraordinary work. It's early days. We have seen some before. And we believe, say, this time the commitment now almost show and the approach, it will be different, and all the support that they need from us as Ghanaians, we need to at least help support the Greater Accra Minister Nidin the Linda Oklu, I think so. The mayor, I don't know his name, but this guy is a fantastic guy. But I'll tell you the reason why. You say, Omudi congested our markets and our public places. In fact, our markets now, who say chaos be AC. Before NDC bar power, every time Becca say decongest a market near that day, it's a lot of demonstration chaos. But I will say, why this time? Why is that not happening? In the Ashanti region, we saw a little bit of tempest rising, but for some reason, say Obia quiet. Emma, the mayor is working, the regional minister is working. This is the Greater Accra mayor. He is doing a fantastic job. Now, there's something unique you are not watching, or you are not really noticing, and I'm going to tell you. Now, social pictures we are made show now. You will see, say the people are at the end of the day. He is trying to get off our road. In fact, in the streets, on the streets, to move them off the pavement, The people are not agitated. They are not fighting back. So who's steady now share how Nyoma Air Koswa. You can see, say, even the traders themselves. Omwa Sebio Imrana Basse. I was say obu free a quainim Ghana markets, We are supposed to see here. Sorry, say demolition we and go say bebre bufu. And go see who say bebre are reacting. Yabe kun tokwa, yaniwe yakun, yabe demonstration, but you are not seeing it. You are seeing people who are collaborating, who are basically allowing the process to go on. It's Yambusa and will say, what is really making this happen? Because Obibeka say, baby omudi dwanye, adentina mayor naba, any regional minister naba, and the Kumaso kwa so mumfri kwa ho, and the unhu so be a demonstration, obi ni obi kun, Accra, so it's happening. Ask yourself why. The answer is simple. The approach of this government is different. You see, governance, debi ameka chem say nyansa ene de. It is not gidi-gidi. Enye buga-buga. Enye mabuwe. Governance is all about using your intelligence. And you see, the approach now, the approach now, the Accra Mayor, the Accra Regional Minister, the Kumasi Mayor, the Ashanti Regional Minister, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, the Ashanti Regional Minister, the approach they are using is more of a human approach. Even though some of the people now, they also need to go home and feed their families, The mayor and the regional minister, both in Accra and Ashanti region, Greater Accra and Ashanti region, they have adopted a strategy to have this communication with the people. They have been able to let the people understand the importance of this exercise. And you see, we are going to get one or two people coming back on the streets. But you see, we need to be consistent. Consistency is not about being pushy. It's not about being bossy. It's not about being bulldozing your way through. It is not about suppressing people's idea. Right. It's about letting people understand. Say, this is a government. Ye tu anamobi na anamona ye tu no. Ebia ende ebia ende but in the future, no, we are all going to benefit from it. When this government starts to do that, this is what you see. You will see traders applauding a regional minister, applauding a mayor. You will see all these people coming together to help us build the nation. And in you are not seeing the resistance. You are not seeing the chaos. You are not seeing people fighting against the institution, because the communication, the dialogue is there. The mayor is making the people understand, say, it's an exercise, sir. At the end of the day, see, to me, keep a streets clean. To me, making sure, say, people are not blocking traffic, and that where you are supposed to sell, you are selling. Even though it's going to be tough from the beginning, some people are going to drag a little bit. But from what we are seeing or witnessed so far, it is beginning to look like these people are communicating. They are leading when it comes to governance. The mayor is proving a point that enye gidi enye ebro enye debia anajo ahomache mache excavator mebubu daegu na kire say you are a leader. It's about you coordinating and relating to the people. You letting them understand why you are taking some initiative. And I expect majority of the regions, any other mayors to emulate this. Yehudi Esi Ashanti region. Right now, when you go to some part of Edum, any Kumasia, the streets are cleared. You will get one or two people every day coming to the street because we are human. Some people will not listen. Some people end up at the wrong side of the law, which is fine. But the holistic job is that, has that thing we are doing, what we are doing, is it going to change as time goes on? We are not supposed to use a day or 2 months to make sure the streets are totally cleared. It should be continuous. It should be consistent. We should start to inculcate. We should start to make the people start to understand that this should be our new lifestyle. The streets are for cars. The pedestrian walkway is for pedestrians, and that the markets are supposed to be behind it. Move away a little bit away from baby. Nobody is taking your daily bread from you. Somebody is trying to protect Eddie Nipana or no. Somebody is also trying to protect the driver now on for car and bobino. So we are all trying to help each other. So what I am seeing in Accra, what I am seeing in the Ashanti region, the Ashanti regional minister, the Kumasi mayor, in fact, the mayors are really doing a great job. And I expect other regions to learn. They should try and do what? And try to come together and understand. You see, human institution is a very difficult institution, especially when we live in a setting that we are comfortable with. I remember when I started doing my editorial, there were so many people in Ghana, not on share me show that, but to catch and I would never watch because you see Kevin Taylor and somehow Canada, Christo ni share Kevin Taylor, in Cremoni share Kevin Taylor did attempt. There were so many people who never even watched me but already judged me. That is when I started this revolution of changing the way our politics is supposed to be done and how our media is supposed to do its job. It was tough because there were so many people in Ghana, so many of them, they had never watched me before. But because of what they have heard, because they didn't want to change, they changing a certain lifestyle or listening to a certain kind of radio and journalism. It was tough for them because so many people were used to coming on radio in the morning, lying to them, reading some captions and lying to the people. Using ebe to lie to Ghanaians. Kwekubako lying, Paul Ademotre lying, Egbert Fabel lying. They saw these things going on. So they didn't understand why should a young man come in and be so blunt. So it was hard from the beginning. Today I can tell you, the people you see in Ghana, every important person in Ghana watches my show because they know this is a human institution. You cannot get things the way you want. Sometimes somebody's going to do the dirty job for some things to be done. The work, say your toilet, also be the toilet, and sana your community, the more clean. If somebody doesn't do it, we are all going to die. So somebody's got to do it. And see, I want Ghanaians to understand, say, adapting to change is tough. And so be a Juma, Makola, Kejetia, whatever, Kaukudi for 15 years, and Oba the table sequemu. Everybody on that street, every single person knows, Mami, I won't tidy and the table knew. That is where I the Juma area share the school. Adia Chinya Oba say, that woman is not going to take it easy with you. That woman is not going to take this as a joke. That woman is going to fight back. That young man is going to fight back. But when you walk to that person and let them understand that in the first place, this is not where you are supposed to sell. In the first place, where you are sitting is even wrong. In the first place, we need to make sure the right thing is done. So these kind of things, it is psychological. It takes time. The willingness should be there. And I don't want these people at the end of the day to feel like, say, am I in 1 month, 2 months, my advice to the mayor in Kumasi and also in the Greater Accra region, in Ashanti region, and I say, especially in the Greater Accra region, I know the will is there to work. The will is there to serve the nation. Now, all the streets in Accra, I know sometimes, you send your people to go there in the morning, go sweep the streets and come back. I want you to have some, at least every mile or half a mile, just build a kiosk and employ young Ghanaians to sit in that kiosk. Their job. So if you have every 200 meters in the market, on the street, now there's a unique kiosk that can take one person to sit in. The Jumani say they are in a kiosk. So be in your direction, so be a percent street. If anything when it got to do with the street, they should just come to them. They work for the AMA or whatever. Those people, their presence alone, it will deter this woman from getting on the street to sell. People trying to come across to sell. You see, because you need constant monitoring, especially when people are supposed to change over a period. It is not easy. You need people to be having, you need presence. Presence and quantity monitoring. Sometimes they being there, Kekeno Krampon will send a message to their head and say, hey, in Kofono how? So I cannot put my things here. So you need your presence. Because you see, so we are there where the market is big. The streets are a lot of streets. You need to have posts because you cannot have cameras. You need to employ young people. You don't need to pay anybody $1 million, but every 300 meters, you need to have one kiosk that has been painted in a unique color. One person is in there. Nejumani said he's monitoring left and right. So be here, he gets out of there. He's in the uniform, please. Because Sandy Panayaman is Jumano. So who may not drive for that's who will be Tonha. Automatic, that person should be fired. Automatically, we're losing a Juma. Because the probability of some of them to taking money and making this happen is high. So you need to make sure constant supervision. When you do this, it is going to be tough from the beginning, but when it becomes part of us, we will start to change. The market should have unique kiosk. Baby, a street every stretch, you need to have about 3 of them. Open it up. Into when himself 3 was swa, or himself as a son of Kohaba, store back. And to almost store him, or himself this 300 meters is my territory. Nobody is supposed to do this job. So the woman will come to understand. It will be tough from the beginning, but as time goes on, they are all going to pull away. You need supervision, constant supervision. You can't do this today and say, Ochina, it is not going to happen. It's going to happen because we are used to this. And you cannot blame us because that is how we grew up. Into streets, the markets, get unique stores by the roadsides. Let the market people know, say, Wemo, they are the ones monitoring the streets. And those even monitoring the streets, they are being monitored. So what you do is they are there. Almost kiosk. When it's raining, they are in there. When it's shining, the sun is on, they are in there. They are monitoring. Or once you be able to cross up a say, please, do not sell here. So when that is how it works. So when it goes on for some time, the market people come to accept, say, no, you cannot sell on the streets. This is a behavioral, it's a behavior thing. It is not a one-day thing. So let's not see it as and they are market and you pam dipaka krebi. It is not going to stop. Tomorrow, baby I go pam dipaka, you might see some people there. You need constant supervision. The willingness to be there to do this. You need to do it, please. But I really appreciate the job they are doing. Now, you go into other matters. Obisa Kevin wheat in that way so wheat be here. See, it be clear water. You see, it be clear water. We and the man for you and from. It's what the more they say. Hey, All right, now, minority demands immediate publication of Doomsday timetable. You see, MPP minority say immediately. Mr. P, Mr. S. I was supposed to ask you for an Apple video, but it's fine. You see, minority or more parliament, the 88 MPs, MPP for more parliament, almost say no. Yamfa Doomsday timetable, mbra. NDC for Doomsday timetable, mbra. I want to tell Ghanaians something. Ghana for Sibio Majuni Yejuma. Nobody should take the minority serious. Ghana for say person of mine will koswa. Nobody in Ghana should take the minority serious. So I would take minority serious, now with all due respect, one kasa wajuni form. I'm not going to comment on this because Ghana nibi onim nyanse bi anim say this does not make sense. Say minority way, MPP 4 way, omudi efa do so over 3 years. Ana and the Ghana obian to mean can one sem ye nyina yetnemu. Say in 3 months omu free power. Abeka kire say we should insist to say Edian or say energy minister no edit timetable bar. Nobody in Ghana should take the minority serious. Now say me video bi na ohini bi ka say nyoma bi a minority ye especially afa nyoma ken ankasa edi minority ni mu ye no aya no mu bu Ghana for say ye Jimmy ni eti krom ha na ebusa napo energy minister under Kufuor Bawumia said Doomsday wo ho my timetable napo gina santimemu we gina baby a o gina Kumasi e ka kire Ghana for say ye na adwin say eti Doomsday mu yankoye ye timetable. NPP 4 they all supported Napo, they defended that statement. This government has never denied to say we are not having power problems. From day one, I buy, we buy. I'm catch Ghana for say a care dahoni, and we all know because we should not make it look like say NDC for free planet to be so mobile. NDC for the netia, the family in a nominee native yomuye, and it's NDC for better power. No mo kwhwan kratem be ka kire say eka ECG bottle ho afenyo marking anodom pre no mo ti ECG board so akwa we afenyo marking kasongo 99 na oti ECG board so omo no mo ti na ECG board so omo wi a ECG containers cables ni nyina no this guy na oti ECG board so one anodom pre they are the ones who supervise the stealing of Ghana properties. About 2,000 containers from Temaport. These people. So what will make these men turn around and tell you, say, give us timetable? Abroad, they supervised one of the most horrible, almost supervised one of the most corrupt ECG in energy ministry in the history of Ghana. Time on free power. Now a car was over $10 billion. A car, no more bo. So what will make them in 3 months turn around to tell us to say energy problem no omo per timetable? Then one, it means to say omo hu ya Ghana for say ye Jimmy. Omo hu ahim from Ghana ni nyina say ye omo Jimmy. Omo hu mpanifo ne nkwala nyina say ye Jimmy because omo adwene ye omo say what happened the last 8 years no ye refi. That is why they are doing this. So omo adwene ye omo say ye refi. What will make these people come around and tell us to say NDC are buying after they have committed this dangerous problem on the atumno? NDC are buying their insistence say are buying no MI timetable. Now put na Ghana hakache as an energy minister. Okache nyina say ono hu dum so bia. Na mo a mo se mo te dum so mu no. Mo ankasa mo kopem de mo confirm timetable. Ebe sinne. MPP they have not apologized about this. Nobody in the NPP, Tumaka said, that statement from Napo is an insult to Ghanaians. This is Napo. As someone catch the Ghana for no. These same people have turned around to tell us, say, oh, we have timetable.
If you are comparing 4 years, MPP administration, energy sector is 300 times better than Jomama.
But we are still experiencing Doomsday.
Nobody has said we haven't. I'm just saying, it's far much better than Jomama ever did.
You admit there is Doomsday in the country?
You do admit that there's Doomsday.
That is the word you used. I have never used that word. I promised you that we are going to work on it. And it's not a work that is a single event. It's a process. And we'll continue to work on it for the energy sector to become better.
Have you heard of calls for a timetable?
Ask those who want to bring it. For the energy sector to become better.
Have you heard of calls for a timetable?
Ask those who want to bring it. They should bring the timetable. If there is, I haven't seen any timetable. So
but people are calling for it.
Say bring a timetable. So what do you mean?
Have you heard of calls for a timetable?
Ask those who want to bring it. They should bring the timetable. If there is, I haven't seen any timetable. So
but people are calling for it.
Say bring a timetable. So what do you mean? The ECG says that there is no timetable coming. Why do you want to bring a timetable? What purpose? Why would somebody get up and wish evil or bad for the country?
No, it's not about how bad it is. Ghanaians are
actually so. When it is not planned, when it's not planned, you can't tell the person.
So
you're in Ghana and Nigeria. Did you live in this country?
One, he admitted in that interview as the energy minister, said there is doom so. On the interview, Nebuchadnezzar said, is there doom so? Say yes. We are solving it. So he admitted as the energy minister, said doom so. The journalist went further to say what do you have to say doom so? Then give us a timetable. Or say more timetable now, must doom so no more printable timetable. These people had no problem with it. So anytime I catch a Ghana for say, Sanko for we are Ghana now take NPP minority serious with all due respect. Now I can count. Because one, any rational being be an agony juma pa sebio or nwangasa etameduano de kona no will never pay attention to these people. They don't respect Ghanaians. They see us as a Jimmy. They don't respect one, even a single Ghanaian. So why should anybody waste time on the minority, the NPP? Why should anybody do that? Nobody should do that. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of everybody's time. Because at the end of the day, why has he turned around to tell you, say, give me a timetable? I brought time and not power. One timetable. Why would that person today say we need timetable? It is because it is because you people have short memories. And people, they don't respect Ghanaians. Teach you, they don't respect the people who follow them. I mentioned the Quintia MP before Ghana for Mahmoud Baumia. And the Baumia Kasa. Suddenly Baumia is wise. Don't forget, this Baumia, he is the same Baumia you and I we know. So don't think say some different Baumia. I mentioned Bibi. Baumia na and the young na Okasano. 3 months ago, the same Baumia na ye nimu no nothing has changed. Onko di edro fufuro bia, onko school fufuro bia. Sa Baumia na ya kana sam Baumia Mahmoud ba onwani sa akwa wi. Bibia sesan e yo no this guy. This guy. Me pese me chiro. I want you to see me pese Ghana for hu bibi. Nothing has changed up here. So Baumia no ni.
Economic mismanagement and corruption has resulted in Ghana turning to the IMF for a bailout. Fellow Ghanaians, Ghana's sovereign credit rating has been downgraded from B+ positive. Without oil, Ghana was being rated as B+ positive. Under the NPP, we now have today 16 million Ghanaians with unique identities. And that is a major transformation. A lot of people sometimes don't even appreciate what the impact of the Ghana card is. But if you gave me 1,000 interchanges and a Ghana card, I'll choose the Ghana card because it has more impact on the dollar. Today, 16 million Ghanaians with unique identities. And that is a major transformation. A lot of people sometimes don't even appreciate what the impact of the Ghana card is. But if you gave me 1,000 interchanges and a Ghana card, I'll choose the Ghana card because it has more impact on the dollar. Today, 16 million Ghanaians with unique identities. And that is a major transformation. A lot of people sometimes don't even appreciate what the impact of the Ghana card is. But if you gave me 1,000 interchanges and a Ghana card, I'll choose the Ghana card because it has more impact on development. Today, 16 million railways and ports. And for the people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between them, and it's a major growth pool if we put an airport here to drive infrastructure growth. Of course, we are going to continue to construct the Eastern Line. We are going to construct the Eastern Line and the Ghana-Burkina Line, which is also very, very much the Buankra.
Given the resources at its disposal, one should expect at least 4 to 5 times the quantum of investment that the NDC claims to have undertaken. The close to 33 billion of borrowing that has not been used for infrastructure expenditure could have done so much in this country. If you take $33 billion and ask yourself, what could you have done with $33 billion? You could have solved the water crisis in Ghana. You could have solved our energy problems. Every region in Ghana would have had 1,000 kilometers of asphalt road. We could have transformed agriculture. We could have put in place a world-class hospital in every region. We could have bought 1,000 ambulances for the Ghana Ambulance Service. We could have equipped our existing health and education institutions. And we could have built an additional 600 senior high schools that the government is trying to build currently.
And you don't understand. Get to a village and the people will gather. They will tell you, well, our major need is a borehole. There's 60 different budgets where we have been allocating money for development, both central and local. Many villages I went to, our major need is a toilet. When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact,
this is the same Bawumia. I did 3 months. Bibian Saye. There's nothing new about him. There's nothing new about Kennedy Japan. The same Kennedy Japan on the Jantra for Kuntokwa, we draw to say, we ask to say, it's the same Kennedy Japan. There's nothing new about them. Why should we even pay attention to 2 liars, 2 thieves, 2 criminals who don't speak the truth? These are the same people. There's nothing unique about this guy. He's a munafiki. He's a munafiki. Bawumia is 100% munafiki. He is a munafiki. You see, I want Ghanaians to understand, say, there's nothing unique about them. There's nothing new. It is because you're in opposition. They are making you think so many munyansa. They have learned nothing new. Bibifu frobie ni wa Bawumia ko sua abekanda dana or the say Ghana no ho. Kennedy mpodi onko school. Bibie ni wa sanko fora ko sua. Now, listen to Bawumia. I say, on my own behalf, the party and the government, I apologize to all of you, that's Ghanaians, for not getting the things right that we should have gotten. On my own behalf, the party and the government, I apologize to all of you Ghanaians for not getting the things right that we should have gotten. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Bawumia said, or no, any MPP no, omo yedeng, omo de apacha o ma Ghana for. Nyame bia omo enya ne ye a osan komo ye a omo anye. nyoma beng. Still, who's a Jimmy? Still, the MPP, omu Ghana for say, Baumia, who Ghana Nibia so with Jimmy. O say, mo party no, MPP, mo be Ghana so 8 years, mo ye nyome bi anen keni some ye. So, oh, pachawa, can you ma wanye? Because I may, and then me call for confession. So, me enkre na mi rama salachi. Na se me bo mpa ya che onyankopon aka me bone ya cha me pay mu ka me bone. Ana I need to tell God what I have done wrong that he has to forgive me. But you cannot just walk into church, into the mosque, and just say, Nyankopon fa bone cheme. Bone ben na wa ya onyame fa bone chew because ye pay mu kan ye bone a Bible ne kan. Or say wo pay mu kan wo bone a e na onyankopon de chew. Now, the funny thing is Bawumia is apologizing to Ghanaians. Bawumia is apologizing to Ghanaians, not in Ghana. He is outside Ghana apologizing to Ghanaians. That one is the first disrespect. Mahamudu Bawumia, he is apologizing to Ghanaians outside Ghana. Yatu Abaniwe is almost 5 months. He did not see the sense and respect in apologizing to us until he flew out of Ghana. And wakojina in Suonechi and I'll say MPP name Bawumia ya bone monfan cheme. Ana monfan che question and say bone ben na waye. Because ope mu kan bonia and unless it's how you say Jimmy. Because before election 2024, when Bawumia met the press, he could have told the press to say, you know something, I have delivered. And that I have delivered everything and walk away. But when Bawumia met the press before 2024 elections, he was specific on the things that they have done that are positive that we should vote for them. Why didn't Bawumia just tell the press in 2024 before elections? I didn't think about Bawumia MET press. No, one can say, I am Bawumia, I am running for president, I have worked, and just walk off the stage. But for a reason, he decided to stay on that stage to break it down for the pressmen and women there to know, say, these are the things that Mahamudu Bawumia said, why ye inti Ayerisha want to aba. This 2024, listen to him.
I mean, what is clear, I don't have to go through every sector. The data, for me, I speak only with data. The data is very, very clear that we have our government. We have outperformed the government of former President Mahama in the management of the economy in virtually every sector. Virtually every sector. You tell me whether it's GDP growth, whether it's per capita income, whether it is industry growth. I mean, virtually every sector we have outperformed him. So he either does not read or he does not understand the data. He needs to do one of the two. Take his time to read the data and understand what it is before he comes out to speak, because he will speak out of ignorance. Because if you understand the data, and I believe that as a former president, he does understand the data. He must understand the data. And I believe that is why he doesn't want to debate me. I believe so. That is why he doesn't want to debate me. He's running away from that. So if, according to him, we have mismanaged the economy in the midst of a global crisis, if our mismanaged economy is outperforming you in virtually every sector, this economy that you are saying has been mismanaged. We are performing you in GDP growth, in per capita income, in gross international reserves, in every sector, roads, hospitals, schools, everything. Free SHS, all of that. If this is the mismanaged economy that is outperforming you in your economy that had no global crisis, No crisis at all. But you couldn't afford chalk. You couldn't afford chalk. But there was no crisis. So if our mismanaged economy is performing better than your better managed economy, then in that case, you must not have been very good. Let me put it mildly. I was going to say incompetent. Because our bad economy.
I also have in the middle of the elections, you did not take your time to listen to Baumia. Look at his body language, how coherent he is, how he's able to basically process things, his presentation, his level of reasoning, his messaging. Also, I feel the one who say, yes. I feel I'm going to take a step back, right? You are now looking at the Baumia. You are now taking your time. Mr. P, now saying, Canada, Japan, so no so come economic lecture be Scooby. Get me that piece and let me show you something. I say, unya abutrena or share video we know. In the middle of the election, you don't pay attention to stuff. For 8 years, we were so stressed to the point we didn't watch the actors. I say right now, no, you are taking your time to listen. You're like, hey. You see, he was specific. He talked about roads, hospital, free SHS, virtually everything. He said virtually everything. GDP, per capita income, industry. But right now he said he's apologizing for things they didn't do right. What are the things he didn't do right? Oh, say me nyabutre above ba umia video unyabutre tie no. You are like, no. You are just a senior high school student. You are a first year student, university student. On say you are now beginning to be like, Dabi, there's something wrong. Yes. Also, when you are like, something isn't right. The guy is empty. The guy just learned from a Kufuor Dems. They prepared him for you because they know, say, he can just lie. He does not know anything. A day about Umiasa Omanyan ye and your patch or tell us. A dear, and a Mahamudu Baumia say, Omo MPP for no onu leadi omo in 2024. Oma nyentra, omo panwacha. What it is? What is it? Dear, what did they do wrong? They don't want to talk about it because they will remind you of your anger. Or you say, oh, bien no, I can't be inflation code 57 now. Or you say, okay, election killings, I will be angry. Or you say, okay, the corruption, the nepotism. Or you say, oh, resist our issue, now you be angry. Or Rezi Kenoforiata, how he stole from us, you'll be pissed off. Or you say, or Rezi Gabidin and the way family took over. Bedietuo, he knows. Or Rezi Aya also West Wagon. Or Rezi Aya issues 52 billion a year free. Ghana Commercial Bank in transit to Bank of Ghana. Already 60 billion loss of Bank of Ghana. Already gold for oil. He knows that these are crimes deliberate. He's doing politics which is covered in with lies. Onim di oye. So I'm asking, and me busa MPP for no, ba omiando kwa broche and opa yani Ghana for Ghana chow. The biggest insult to 2482. The biggest insult to Ghana near or Shemi. Also, unya butra utie ba umiano. Anytime I catch Ghana for say, why are we wasting our time on the NPP? Ba umiani Kennedy Japan. At this point, why? Why should any Ghanaian ajuni juma? You just listen to ba umiame boa. Now, this is his counterpart, Kennedy Japan. Now, Kennedy Japan is also your economic lecture. Or my economic lectures now taken in Japan. These are the two people. They left power in less than 5 months. So suddenly, Kennedy are better than economists. Only economy in some. Yeah. Now listen to the other partner, Kennedy Japan.
It's temporal. It is not any economic gurus in this country that is causing the cedi to appreciate and the dollar to depreciate. It is the wealth market that they are not demanding the dollars as much as they used to. That is why there's no competition, and supply of dollar is exceeding the demand. As simple as that. These are basic economics principles. So we have to be careful with what we are saying about interest rate and all those things. It's not magic. It is the world economy that is falling apart, and the demand for the dollar has gone down.
You see, Kennedy said the world economy is falling apart. Anything and the Ghana dollar number format city na kosro. A world economy na falling apart. So say, unya butana wutie go for we are. This is Kennedy Japan, and there's also Central University. Now mo amugu Central University mo Jimmy Chain bibia. Na me ba makotue sika se Central University. Akwa we ne gina we ni mu lecture. Alright. Economy. Kennedy Japan say world economy no and I explode internet there city nya hoden. Togo omonka world economy ho. Nigeria world economy omonka ho. Other African countries world economy Ghana and US and world economy. These are the people, the MP, finest bedestry. Creme de la creme ninko for me nu amade actually. Kennedy ni ba omi. We mu mienu. And almost say for Ghana. Enfama we mu mienu baako. Na nkwasiafo mienu we. Say nkwasiafo be this. I can Mahama Kondi president 12 years. How? Say nkwasiafo mienu be the president. And then Mahama the president 12 years. How? Why? How did we get here? These are FMs. They are full mental. Okay? Mr. P. So when you are would take the Japan any day. Or a full mental or FM. As some say, maybe you've not taken your time to listen to Kennedy Nibawumia. And I may just say, we allow these people to lead us for 8 years. Now listen to the President of the Republic speaking on why today the economy is doing well.
The Ghanaian cedi, which depreciated by 19.2% in 2024, has shown signs of recovery, appreciating by 3.9% against the US dollar by the end of April 2025. This has been supported by stronger forex inflows, improved trade balances, and growing investor confidence. Our gross international reserves have improved further from $8.98 billion in December 2024 to $10.6 billion by April 2025. This is equivalent to almost 5 months of import cover. The Ghanaian cedi, which depreciated by 19.2% in 2024, has shown signs of recovery, appreciating by 3.9% against the US dollar by the end of April 2025. This has been supported by stronger forex inflows, improved trade balances, and growing investor confidence. Our gross international reserves have improved further from $8.98 billion in December 2024 to $10.6 billion by April 2025. This is equivalent to almost 5 months of import.
This is the President of the Republic. Ocho, what is making this dollar weak today against the cedi? He gave reasons. How can you compare Kennedy Japan to John Mahama? How can you compare Bawumia to Mahama? How can you, why would you even do that? He is stating facts. The city has appreciated 3.9%. And he stated the reasons why the city is doing well. Apart from the gold for oil policy program, our reserves today, our reserves in terms of gold and dollar is over 10.6 billion sitting at the Bank of Ghana. That is Yesika in terms of reserves, gold reserve dollar, over $10.6 billion. It is sitting in the Bank of Ghana. One can one. He's talking about the reason why the dollar today is at 12 now, dollar now week because it is supported by strong forex inflows. Dollars say back Ghana. Why? Because we are doing a lot of the export instead of a lot of import. Today, people are bringing dollars in to do business. Investor confidence is high. Obia no kuta $100 million so abontina no usuro say Odibewura Ghana na DDEP beji the CKD and our banking na enye stable on your show of the banking sector. No, that person today is bringing that money in, and then your friend no, had a stronger forex inflows. Dollar every approach ba, and we are seeing it. He also spoke about the growing of investor confidence, and he also spoke about how these things are all coming together. And so, because you see, in an economy, a lot of things come together to make an economy strong. The reason why our economy died 5 months ago and they could forward by Omiani Kennedy Mune say the confidence was not there. Bogus be riba mo abrochi na mo pese mo di musika kwa to Ghana because mo na mo invest in bond, mo na mo invest in gold, mo na mo invest in everything. You are scared. That is what we call investor confidence. Our mind be also because a sika dollar beba minim. Until we the bogus, we were keeping the money to our chest because we were scared. We could not believe Mahamudu Bawumia's the policies. Because DNMA in 5 months ago in 2024, now dollar boga now usro. So we usika be to Ghana. DNMA usro because of the policy about Bawumia de buy. It was because of idea na Bawumia de chichirema as the head of the economic management team. It was because of nyoma abandoned to kwem na enye papa. Enti adebe chine sa wote se Mahmoud Bawumia kasa asem way about the city or say city appreciation. If you ask a simple question to the NDC to point out exactly what is policy, Mr. S, get me the meaning of policy. Get me the meaning of policy. What policy they have implemented that has resulted in the appreciation of the city? They cannot tell you one. Or see, and ubusa NDC for say a dear policy and no more implement here ama dollar no and what the above for city regions or say NDC for to me control. And I mean busa ba I say what is policy? What is policy? Is it policy as a word or policy as steps or things you put in place to make sure things are right? Because you can say the car has gone for a review. And I said, the car for a review. And I said, the car mechanic for a regular check. And I need a word. Medical way call a mechanic for the mechanic to do a review. For now, let me just use that word. Dear na mechanic in air to tell you, say this car has passed that test, that roadworthy test. Because I don't think it's a mechanic or no, I can say car not pass a test. No. And now it's just bringing the car to the mechanic automatically. And my car is worthy of being on the road. Because if you say policy, is it by just saying the word or what is in the policy that is at the end of the day servicing, taking the car to servicing? At the end of the day, it change BBR. Because I get say what was NDC for say policy. Mahmoud Bawumia, how many policies did you present to Ghanaians from 2013 to 2024? He goes on to say that they only passed their budget in March. They have not even issued any contract and paid for anything. So you cannot ascribe what is happening to the currency to a policy that they have implemented. Into this year, NDC for pass budget and chair. Into dollar na and the echo from no untumin kase NDC for a bibi sunkumbia because omuntumin ka policy bakwa omutumi de gina so amadollar na bafom. To me, if the NDC cannot tell me one policy, that's a dollar na be do through a 12, the NDC should not tell me any policy. Because he told me so many policies and he moved the dollar from 3 to 17. If the NDC today, they come out to tell Ghana for say, we are not going to tell you any policies, but the dollar is going to come down. They should not give me any policy. All that I need as Obiam Beton engines, Obiam Kofanyama, Obiam businessman, I need the dollar to drop. For you, Bawumia, to tell me policies for 8 years, For the dollar to move from 3.8 to 17, I would rather stick with the party that will not tell me any policy, but the dollar will come down. Actually, wait, Jimmy. Actually, this guy, he sees all of you. Oh, say, the style of politics, the JHS kind of politics, the primary school kind of politics. Boy, be no say, or yet show be or skate, you know. Boy, be no a doorbell, no, cheddar, the cheddar kind of politics. Oh, kutie, don't make an catch them in Namen country Ghana for a cheddar kind of politics about me. Baumia is doing the cheddar kind of politics. Cheddar. Bellboy cheddar kind of politics. Inti debiano, say koye man dia obey the day, and koye dia you'll be fault. Mahamudu Baumia is playing the cheddar kind of politics. Now, what is policy? Because when the president of the republic, Berman Yansafo Kasano, he spoke about how the reason why the dollar is going down, and what did it echo from say it is being supported by strong forest reserve. How do you get dollars into Ghana? So President Mahama say, and the dollar, I appreciated 3.9%. And the reason is that we are getting a lot of dollar inflows. The question is, how do you get dollar into your country? Do you need a policy to get dollar into your country? So how are you going to get dollar into your country? Something needs to happen for dollar to come into your country. If you knew that this policy will work, why didn't you get dollar into the country? Mahmoud Baumia. Onse Baumiano, he is in a political party. Majority of them are illiterates. Majority of them don't go to school. In Tomu Baumia, so a crutchini in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is the king. Majority of Omo MPP muno, Omunko school, Omontebrofo. Inti Omu Baumia so nimnyansa, and every time biano, NDC for who Baumia muhunu say as a joker. Because they are more learned people in the NDC. They understand the facts. They question the system. But 90% of MPP for no, in their head, Baumia is intelligent. That is why they are still hailing Baumia. Because see, a political party, chairman, to me, ebe regional chairman, it should tell you the level of intelligence our party, no, a woman. 90% of the people in the party, they are illiterates. Omu ko school. Inti omu bodam nibi also a school. They see him as God. That is why Baumia is making his way inside MPP. Now, what is policy? Now, after Musa Baumia, policy now kano. This is policy. Let's try and read policy. A policy is a set of principles. It's a set of principles, rules, guidelines that govern actions and decisions within an organization, government, or group. Policies are designed to create consistency, fairness, and efficiency in how things are done. These are the four. What a policy. Mahmoud Baumia say, NDC for anchor one policy ama and the dollar neko form. Na NDC for to minka. And I may explain what is policy to you. You say policy is a set of principles, rules, or guidelines that govern actions and decisions within an organization, government, or a group. You say policy. Ayemra. And it's sebio injina sobia. A bo eye a kuo or mine. And it's sebio eye de organization ho bang. Emma sebio de omo yeno. Omo sebio anamo omutuno. Sa eye de injina so. And it's sebio eye de eye yakase principles sa. Just say nyoma utumi a set of principles eye nyoma wugina ho ebo de wo ye no ho bra de wugina so edema ade amoye as a kuo ade amoye se oman so oman pese omutu anamon bia omuhia principles yewo akwan bia ani akwankyere bia wo se mo fa so nyoma bia niye bia wo se mudi so emra bia wo se mudi so the principles. It is a principle, it is a policy. Eye emra kwan, eye anamon bia wo se mutu. Eye anamon bia sebio e se mugina so e de chichiri mukuo. Anasa mo man, anasa mode e tumpon. Ene ne frɛ no policy. Inti policy no, ansa na policy de be adwuma no, unhia anamontuo bia obegina so. You need some principles. You need a debut also so and sana policy na ayedwuma wo minim ana eku a wo ka ho and then the bon ho ban e bon ho bra. Iti ba omia se ede na NDC fo aya ama and the seed no akofoma omon kan kire the NDC aye ne se intokro na eda Bank of Ghana na nkofo wia Ghana sika no almost si santokro no. So when it comes to blocking leakages, how our monies were being taken by people, it is one of the principles to me make sure say blockage of leakages. Sika na enyunua na yenim baby ekwa ema Ghana sika say one of the principles. Accountability. Baby a oman sika ko bia no aban we make sure say sa sika na ekwa no aban eni die chire. Yefra bibi prudent revenue collection. Aban no senia sika ojeje etwa ojeje sa etwa no beka aban sa aban endi yemfa ma jankroma emfa nkoto wi yemfa ma gabi yemfa ma ekufuado enko high private jet sa revenue collection no aban make sure sa nyoma ni nyina no sebio nani di akire a ebema sika befi ene na friend principles. Into when these principles come together, it becomes a policy. So when you're not able to follow through the principles, and then you're from 2017 to 2024, the principles were not followed. Which principles were not followed? How to make sure accountability works. It was not followed. Nepotism took over. Corruption, we could not basically collect revenue to the point where we as nation, from the taxes. The revenues we were collecting, it was going into Haptel, which is your company. We are talking about ECG, leakages at it. So the principles now NPP went to NDC, and then I say or minor, the NDC are seeing these positives because the principles, they are following the principles. To get a policy, it is your ability and your will to follow a certain principle that will guide or govern your actions. Into John Mahama kase, mena me ya president, and the meti hey, me be a friend Mahama case, me the salary 6 months itum, me vice president salary tum, obi a friend sanka says can a principle. You need to follow the principle, and then that action needs to be guided. But it's not kromha, not president, a tam Ghana sika, eko rent plane. No catch say or perse or that ewema or perse or junso ewema. The president, the vice, they are not following the principles into who is going to be affected. It is us. I am making politics simple. Into Baumia Krampono, he does not understand policy. He is just using words. These are format here. Into uti policy. Injina so send beya wanka sa obesha wo so send beya ubedim ran so na abon ho ban abon man ho ban na edi mpuntu aba. Into a cluster of principles comes together to form a policy. And then you jina so at the church remain. Into adekudientia and the dollar no edu 12 and they say it is because NDC abino are flowing the principles through. When you follow through the principles, you will get the results. And that is what you are seeing today. Into and then also say Mahamudu Baumia ni nyansa the church remain or a textbook economist. On tiasie a kasakeke because when you live in a country, a third world country, now the $58 million, you are not being principled. You are not, your actions are not being governed by the principles. Until at the end of the day, the people will lose. Into what the policy, it is nothing. Policy is just a word. There are components that comes together to form policy. And no, we are missing. And that is the principles John Mahama is following. And those components, when they come together, it will move your dollar from 17 to 12. Mr. P, Mr. S. This is Mahamudu Baumia. He said he introduced 33 policies. And meaning cluster of principles coming together to get 33 policies. The question here is, the 33 policies Baumia capture in opposition, in power, say or introduce, how did it impact Ghana, our economy? 33 policies should be able to leave the dollar at 9 or 4 before you leave office. This is the joker.
Choboy, enti usha ejuma mabeye as vice president. The entire me person move vote money as president. Number 1, usha ejuma mabeye as vice president. Let me kind at least 33 policy initiatives are Mediaba in government.
digitalization war and one constituency, one ambulance war. Agenda 111 war.
If you look at my work as vice president, I can mention several policies I have championed. Everybody says no vice president has worked hard more than I have.
So many different policies are my championing in government. Nina Akosi Obia Kase Ushe vice president Bawa Ghana ha. Unya vice president Awaye Ejima say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Unya vice president Ubisa John Mahama say Obedi vice president on pointing out one policy Baku or the buy Baku me what 33 on pointing out.
Ask my opponent John Mahama what he was able to achieve as vice president. There is absolutely nothing. Promote me from vice president to president.
Only Baku 33-0 into Muninamunim say vice president Ejumano ma pass it. Enti mum promote me na munko president. Me we vice president Ejumano. Baku 33-0. Enti Muninamunim say vice president Ejumano ma pass it. Enti mum promote me na munko president. Me we vice president Ejumano. Mum promote me na munko enkodi president Ejumano. Munina munim say agrono abaso a efri anapatututu eno anono mum say agrono abaso pa efri anapatututu eno anono tumano munina munim say agrono abaso a efri anapatututu eno anono mum say agrono abaso pa Patututu and no moment say agrono abesopa moment say agrono abesopa moment say agrono abesopa
Ave unya butre me nyamba ba omiani Kennedy so may show the kind of people they are. This is the guy who almost became president. This is the guy. He almost became president. Yanya fast. Say anke ame ni andawa. Anka ko come pushing my by force. Say president. This is the guy who almost became your president. This is the guy. Now take a step back. I feel now who consume me. I feel now who take it. Utie ba omi ajo ba omi onot mi kasara wasre. I just say ya body to shire. Otumi kasara wasaso sire. Sit back and analyze. Share the body language. Share the cohesion. How coherent he is. See the way he's able to dialogue. I swear to God. Kakwe be the president. Sanko for we on it the partner we.
What will be the first thing you do as president if you're elected in 2025?
Changing the mindset. What I'll do is, and I've started. It's good you came up with this question.
We are signing out. I just wanted one thing you do.
I'll bring all musicians together to let them come up with heroic songs, and we'll organize a concert like We Are the World. R&B, high lives, reggae, gospel, they all come together. And I've started. It's good you came up with this question.
We are signing out. I just wanted one thing you do.
I'll bring all musicians together to let them come up with heroic songs, and we'll organize a concert like We Are the World. R&B, high lives, reggae, gospel, they all come together. I'll bring all musicians together to let them come up with heroic songs, and we'll organize a concert like We Are the World. R&B, high lives, reggae, gospel, they all come together.
It's tough. It's not a joke, guys. And then Keka woman can Muhammad be president another 12 years in camp. Why? There's no job left. The question here is, this idea about Bawumia Kennedy person obey. That is a simple question. Bawumia Kennedy. Mo Facebook pages and mo TikTok for me busamu. Bawumia Kennedy mo be because right now the dollar is stable. And I'm a boy. Dumso is being fixed. And the plant, EAC gas plant, another gas plant is going to be built again. Parliament BR. NDC are buying outside another bill called the second plant. Meaning our energy problems is going to be solved. And I'm a boy. We are talking about employment. Today, we see a Jumapa, we see entrepreneurship, we see the government and YE, how and the police and they are partnering with private entities. People are getting jobs. Now, we are talking about Women's Bank, which is coming. Now, we are talking about ADA. In summer NDC, as we speak today, they are all being rolled out. Betting tax, ye free, Baumiana de Baye, Kennedy Muna de Baye, Omnonko about our parliament, Omojitum, NDC, Jomahame ye free. COVID-19, ye baby ye free. Emission, a ye in Wusia tax, ye free. A ye, they say, Baumiane and MPP, Mobile Ding, a dear partner, Wohobium. Galam say, as you can see, the fight is ongoing. Every single day, arrests are being done. You can see, even today, as I speak to you, Galam say arrest was done. Chamfines are being bent. Police arrest 13 illegal miners, over 120 Chamfines machines. The fight is ongoing. The government is taking no chances. Until the question here is, you need to tell us what you want to do because we are already in the seat. You need to tell us what you want to do. It's not about what we are doing. It's about Omiani Kennedy. You can't say our problem. Problem no day house. Because if problem day, we go call Jesus. Problem as we speak, problem no day house. Because if we as Ghana, problem day, we will call Jesus. And we know where Jesus day. We all know, we go call him. So right now, as problem no day, what you people don't want to do? Problem no day. Because if problem day, then we will call on somebody. We all know that right now, problem no day because John Muhammad day. And if the problem over us, we will call Jesus. So, Bawumiani Kennedy Muni MPP, Yanya Dane, Jana, Mon Cancha Dena, you see, I'm up say Dane, you're a Phoebe, Nianya Dane, Nia Mamadi power, Namunya Dane. That is the question we are asking you. It's Yamamu power, Bawumiabedi power, no bedding. Economy is okay. At the force in the Bank of Ghana government, they are doing okay. It's fine. The economy is doing well. But also, your only thing is that you say you are a textbook economist. So, obeying because the economy has been solved. Kennedy, on should any profession, yeah. Yeah, should any adjunct than the Timans be on the field in the end. So, a businessman. None the number of businessmen or more in this. Say a businessman and a Juma Soanka, Ibrahim Mahama, the Juma are worldwide known. He's made more money. And Kebetuma Ibrahim Mahama be the president. In Ibrahim Mahama, when it comes to business, he's better than Ekede Japan. And the same Ibrahim Baba. There are more NDC people who are more into business, wealthy businessmen than Kennedy Japan. So it's not because Kennedy is a businessman. It's Kennedy. What does Kennedy bring? We are not in the military camp. What is no nonsense? No nonsense cannot govern. What is no nonsense? We are not at war. We are not fighting anybody. So what is Kennedy bringing? What is Bawumia bringing? You people tell us. Your problem, NPP as a political party, mumudu duan munko school, imagine what form. And you see, until you people get to that point, say, mumudu duan imagine what form school amunkonti. And it's na muheli Bawumia. You people know for a fact to say, Bawumia will never get any space in the NDC. Bawumia cannot. Bawumia will not and shall never and will never and can never and never be held in the NDC. How? Bawumia any economy in China will be our NDC. Bawumia is not a better economist than any NDC economist. No, nobody. Nipa ben obey to Bawumia compared to NDC also Bawumia is better in economics than that person. So Bawumia will never get that room now when you are MPP because majority of MPP for no mun school, more bon. And recently I saw something on social media. I saw something where it was about school feeding or something, and now I'm a straight. Hey, I'm making a big NDC for me. And right now, no MPP for no I video. I'm saying Vivian jail. you see school feeding be, and you see Vivian Joe, oko constituency be, you see school feeding a better ho, and you see constituency ladies, women's organizer be, so bet you try Vivian Joe, and a MPP for assume, and a Mamma can be being chemo and DC for. Mamma can be being chemo. And I'm so disappointed in a batch and four. Now batch and four, Vivian Joe or GNDC can now win NDC. Batch and four, we are Bema, we executive, as some other daho. You need to act like a man. As Accra, or better to can quasiasem. Mamma can be being chemo NDC for Namu Ashanti regional. Montu Camran crying, Namumbusa mo NDC no Ashanti regional. And then crying. Every time your party move from Accra to Kumasi, 80% of Adriania Mumpeni for the dino, because people are not loud in the party, I can give you 5 women in the NDC. The amount of money they spent in the NDC. Some of you people are more from women's organizer at the end. You don't spend a dime close to it. But because Omunye did an intrana. Now we are batching for Obama. Why is it Jimmy? And the entire year, and we are going. Me say, school feeding program. Your catch will be say a specific person there. Any Ghanaian can employ, can apply. It is our women's organizer. No, she needs to understand. Sa territory there. Abani a 2 so you better ma 2 abeti awe you through. Then who are you? Me say, Moko busa mo regional chairman. Namu busa NDC for penny for no. Vivian Joe started feeding NDC campaign in Ashanti region. Majority of the boys are Omanko Street, so Anko Gidigidi, Anko Snatch Boxes because of Vivian Joe. You people have no idea. Ejuma Vivian Joe, yeah, Ashanti region, Emma NDC, Oba for Jam for 1 half. Monko busa mo penny for no. Hanam shemo mo NDC for be for nasty things. Na mo je concepts. Vivian Joe ye NDC ni uba for na onye NDC ni. The woman na the buofu no e bi krampo na onye NDC ni time Vivian Joe be ye NDC ni. Otijatenum, she had to be very tactical about the way she lived her life. At the end of the day, so message obi eduane. And I see these things na am sre. Metuma bonipa Ashanti region Oma apart from original chairman Nejumo yeah. They are independent people. They did not say anything. But the amount of money they pumped into your campaign in the Ashanti region, you'll be shocked. Into your women's organizer until we are doing. It's we are doing. You don't know what we call having a dialogue. At least you put yourself opinion. You can, if you are frustrated, you can use the channels to make sure your grievances are heard. Go on radio and fool yourself. And it's a batch of 4. Now, in different places in Ghana, they put their money in your campaign. And I'm always be able to go stages and to end this. What the time of your job and Disney? Do you people know? Do you people know? You have no idea. You have no idea. But we be more say you don't know how to handle power. Now batch and for say batch over NDC that bang. Asamesi. Obabi ye complain. What do you do as party executive? Also the one of Fraud now Ujimi home. Sit and look at the issue and deal with it. And Kwasiadi say you don't know how to handle power. Because the NPP, they have nothing on you guys. They don't have any message. They don't have any candidate. They are going to be jobless for the next 42 years. These are the things they are going to grab on. The NPP, hungry dogs in it, cat Google, Instagram, fin. Video, and now team, ceiling. They don't have jobs. They are dirty people. NPP 4-way, they cannot. They don't have message. They are waiting for you people to start to misbehave or have issues with each other for them to grab. They don't have any message. MPP ni be any or TikTok or bet matter actually the reason why it also to my MPP BM none. Hey, yes, Messi. Galam say only story. Into batch and phone as Sebi Obe when Jimmy Kurano, you need to sit back and say, now who is Vivian Jill? Can I reach out to her? Can I ask what she has done for the party to even deserve this? That is what you do. Only time Vivian Jill and Disney. Now, my mentor idea. And the Oslo Uswaka, let me deal with this first. And the court, yes, a sky train. Sky train at Samaba. My team, almost a member and you been chemo. Mahamadou Baumia. Pasiadi wayo. Omo campaign MPP for campaign omo year 2024. Campaign omo se yenhwe so. Na yento aba Baumia. Ne et Ghana ha yanka ma enya anya diam bompa ye ngina na so a. Anka ye tam Ghana she Baumia nsem. Omo campaign message ni nkwasiafo na mo so.
Nenya suo yewura Baumia e afi nenya suo mejimbro nyaade se wa fa amamia me di atopa betoa wo ene na atopa yewura Baumia e Alhaji Baumia Dr. Alhaji Baumia e di atopa gina wanima e mutu agu so a mejimbro nyaade jeng nenya suo yewura Baumia e afi nenya suo mejimbro nyaade se wa fa amamia me di atopa betoa wo ene na atopa yewura Baumia e Alhaji Baumia Dr. Alhaji Baumia e di atopa gina wanima e mutu agu so a mejimbro nyaade jeng nenya suo yewura Baumia e afi nenya suo mejimbro nyaade se wa fa amamia me di atopa betoa wo ene na atopa yewura Baumia e Alhaji Baumia Dr. Alhaji Baumia e di atopa gina wanima e mutu agu so a mejimbro nyaade jeng nenya suo yewura Baumia e afi nenya suo mejimbro nyaade se wa fa amamia me di atopa betoa wo ene na atopa yewura Baumia e Alhaji Baumia Dr. Alhaji Baumia e di atopa gina wanima e mutu agu so a mejimbro nyaade jeng
MPP egu MPP egu dada o om campaign yum new every ever Nicaragua party na mo nkura ne mmema na mo didi eche o TikTok ro mo jimi ama be kura mo amoto say MPP power every me say party a good dada o. This is what the party represent o. Party na nkasa na enie je wo hwe no ye ka say MPP enie ene na ode eyi a kire mo no. And you see, you cannot run away from this. Oh, this is the party. The people who support women party ni omo dia. Omo bua to pajenje gu Baumia tri so. Etuo motuo. Etuo po. Omo bu jen egu Baumia tri so. Wei ena na mo se enhwe so nto aba.
Nenya suo yewura Baumia e afi nenya suo mejimbro nyaade se wa fa amamia me di atopa betoa wo ene na atopa yewura Baumia e Alhaji Baumia Dr. Alhaji Baumia e di atopa gina wanima e mutu agu so a mejimbro nyaade jeng nenya suo yewura Baumia e afi nenya suo mejimbro nyaade se wa fa amamia me di atopa betoa wo ene na atopa yewura Baumia e Alhaji Baumia Dr. Alhaji Baumia e di atopa gina wanima e mutu agu so a mejimbro nyaade jeng
we come go 2025 don't go Jubilee House wo utumi come asem amame ode o kama me ode asem na yin so for betwe amawo eno abi na dan asem wade ni name akopia Jubilee House yeso be ko Jubilee House 2014 2020 na on the bench wo no awro no moku no da so e Jubilee House bench no da so Jubilee House wo obeso ne afre no aha ne ye dwonso no asore no akodwonso no asabeda ade ya me beje contract me dem yem aka me na pesem ko jame nan yes ha ukobe nkum a ho na ya ne wo no akone owia do asabeda bench so party no sad MPP we sanity o. There's nothing about them are attractive. Sir, we mo come we power come ko mo gu bench so. Uko come masem we di na atem. Waka say tiaye, and that is how they operate. Jeng. Nicaragua for party also ebeje Ghana. Na Nicaragua for ankasa omo di omasa bewi. Now hwa de and the record. Adiasa. Me tie me yanti. Na omo no mo sa no hwe oba na no left wo pa no. The way chire left ketekete ba bi no. Hwe eto pa, hwe na me pese meka. Hwe eto mu teacup.
Nenya suo ye wraba omia e afi nenya suo mi jimbro nyade se wa fa mamia me di atopa betua wo ene na atopa ye wraba omia e ya laji ba omia Dr. Laji ba omia ye atopa gina wanima e ku metua gu so a me jimbro nyade jen nenya suo ye wraba omia e afi nenya suo mi jimbro nyade se wa fa mamia me di atopa betua wo ene na atopa ye wraba omia ye Laji ba omia Dr. Laji ba omia ye atopa gina wanima e ku metua gu so a me jimbro nyade jen nenya suo.
This is MPP ni nie. Oh, eto bi na hye kona ho no. As a tire cap. Kiti na kwa. Eto kiti bi na hye joint ho no. We mu no yenka omasem MPP ya dia. Jen. Because we mu no party ni mu no in general no they hail ba omia omo hu ni so enyansafo okabrofo. Jen for one to magabrofo. And you see that is how they see him. That is how they see him in their head, you know. You probably to make a brofo to say Mahama Baumia and it's in a kufu by 2008. Or the brofo Irish risk to me say nana dear. If it's an anaka brofo, 99% of them DMPP almost brofo. It automatically nana becomes an intelligent person. And you did one the PA and about me buy Adentina because Mahama Kabrofo ye pobi no so betumi ne nyansa duru Mahama ne brofo duru Mahama enti yamfa ba omianko enti in the middle of the blind one eye man is held and then a wu no because omo mudi party na chi nyina nte brofo entumi nkenkan ti ase enti jen no mudim jen no mudim me think a mistake ya mama chewa de bi Odede me panasa me don say chede bia me kama me ode asebo a she's one very creative woman na adwene de yemfa nkyekere nwom odede wuntumi eba enwom kyekere enwom atwetwe ende Ghana so ode ode begira we yiase a obehu sasika obenyanye sika ketwa enwom de me de beche wo me de be ma no eba creativity ye gire yiase yembo ye tirim nkyekere ma wo anase otumi hu bibi no akyekere enwom otwetwe nwom Mami ode men ko ne nchen meka MPP jenjen no omunie ewurade yakopon Nicaragua fo e na ode omedi agro ode fo omedi agro maka bibi a kire muntie and the record sky train jenjen ajibi nsam ya se na mnim sam MPP egu ba na mnim se egu sei me na mnim sam MPP egu and dem twa wontro I knew say MPP it has collapsed. But now say I'm a good say. Now me say me good no. Now say flat. Me good manager. I say Elizabeth Ohinenufu. I tra. Me good MPP no. So now say a good si. Now here there. SkyTrain 1. Professor Amiel Ekunfi rushed to hospital. SkyTrain case adjourned to May 26th. Obwa. Professor Amiel Ekunfi with this SkyTrain sick we $2 million. Yeriko jina court na osi owu otumi home na koma ne to kokko pie ena na suma ye ne hene ena ne kwa ase kokobin ena ye de kompo aye no enti amfa no hospital oboa mon sanfa ne mra no mewu court we mo omo ye dipa bonefo ochi omo a omo bokro no na ochi omo a ye bewu sentina me ka kire mo se sankofo mo process omo ntam we owu court owu jail eye also ko wu prison ne esie ni se kukusie we mu no omumma omawia mu de omumma ko school esisi dan na omutim na o amia akunfi oyare ama ma de adu begina court na oyare e wo baby apie free aba monfa no mbra oboa he is not sick ko hwe na yiase small girls odi omachi o say he is there ben mo ye go find the video last 2 weeks video abekire mo oboa he is just buying time obviously he will die very soon but we need to make sure we try him before he dies. It's a papa way. I'm telling the Attorney General They should not fall for his tricks. They need to jail him. This man is not sick or boy or a cromfo with diganaska. He is scared to go to court. He is scared he's going to go to jail. I'll see a jail in 40 years. No, condemn no woo. Into kowu efiasia near the 2 year home for. Because we ne man and what for some we are politics. Or do makorisha baby no mo catch say ye papa no me yankwasya fo. Ye ne papa no ma mobra. Ye ne tia broche edi o matem. I was some chi omugum se nkusie. Na mbo mutuja. Do not spare these people. Ah, bogus. Ni antikroma. Almost the end. I may kunfi. Or yarinti yedena koto ye yine ya court case na ankoso. Ni antia na MPP fo e ka kire se opuni ne ko ate kura ya mfran bra court ni antikroma ha. Murafi. We were in Ghana and a MPP fo we di opuni ko gina court almost 6 to 7 years. Adanya they want a bibia amode beto opuni so jail ni bia oso mo ye. At a point na opuni yare echo hospital ko medical report. MPP focus say opuni needs to be jailed daily. He needs to be trialed daily. This story Refi. Ya say obi to say now when yini wa born dam. Details of Dr. Opuni's medical condition discussed in court as demanded by Chief State Attorney. Sir Attorney we one MPP attorney one Godfrey Memo ka kire Ghana for say opuni so yare a omo me discussing wo court. Koto de ne bodwe kwasiafo ma. Ah. Almost say opuni ani ne ya. Opuni needs to go for a surgery. Former judge Justice Hunyuga, the criminal judge bina oma yaman the political appointment. Ah okotena court no odin kwasiasem no. Hunyuga ka kire Ghana for say opuni ani ne yakora na say doctor man reporter. Yemfa opuni mbra, yemfa for doctor ne mbra hospital ho. Oma kan kire Opuni's doctor in court today over eye surgery excuse duty. Yekoye Opuni any surgery. Judge way the news are confirmed. Okay, say Dr. Nembra. So sir Amiyo Kunfino or wine. Let the doctor come. Let us interrogate the doctor. Inti Professor Amiyo Kunfi Kronfo way, my fan picture to say before. Anna would say refio, yabe kaimu debia, attending the mudia and kubibia. Sa kwasi afowi sa kwa we o se de oyare enti Ghana yenye den yenyina Kunfi doctor no sa kwa we Attorney General stop entertaining foolishness. Kunfi we he's not better than Opuni ne okrom ha Opuni ani mama Opuni doctor ebetena court e man kwasi afo interrogate doctor no. Let this fool's doctor come to court. Professor Amiya Kunfi also who jail say kura. I see a jail no or a cromfo because I did that to the no because of this wabo chroninti or the yare ebe dada I saw yare. Dabi. Abaya di bo ye di bo kusibu ate no. Yan san fan bo ne yere no mumie ni nko wunda gatemu. Abaya di bebo kusibu ate nan say no. Ye de sa ba na bebo ne yere cromfo no. No mumie ni nko wunda gatemu. We need to treat them the same. So these people, a Kunfi is not better than Opuni. A Kunfi lawyer also no soba court. Na obetchirem adikudienti and the kwaba also a yarinti yanfanko hospital. Massa, we need to jail this man for him to die in jail. Obia we are sikebia, we need to jail them for them to die in jail. It's the Attorney General. This is not a time for you to be listening to this kind of nonsense. And unim dia ya. Sa kromfo we ye dina sama yen ken wie no. Unim hospital or them. Or the UGMC. Hospital na NDC for see no. E ho na ye de akwa we akoto. Ko UGMC or da ho. Wabana him and a condition bopum. And omo ye de omo taxes tuya no. Omo da konfo no chi na omu. Kwasi asam kwa. Akwa we akoda UGMC. Wakoda hospital sebio na omo kase enise mahama ya kromfo NDC ejimi na omo kosi UGMC ende Mr. Kunfi ho na oda o ohye boxer shorts na ohye white chapel wase na na ase atatai osoro na owura frigim na akoyi condensed milk na ohwie na oyi edien Guinness baako me no ka say ye be air condition akwa we so man esini so e ma ma me na eji ni nsam taxes no ono ye se onko kolebu okotena kolebu kura inso to a oni bebi ngina na nkwasiafo we de hospital UGMC monko fa akwa we mra na mo mejeli ni ntam no owu wa chekura we mu nyina mo ye obituary fo all this can no nim. Attorney General, we don't want to entertain nonsense. Mr. S, what do you want me to do? Timer, thank you, Mr. S. Mamen kan de we nchiro na mo hu de ekoso. Timer, omuka se opunimra no. Unim se Attorney General, MPP Attorney General Obano. Okachire court say yakoye opuni I said you kra na enye ya. E wo se opuni she dark, on she deck. Ti say we ni no metena court ho na yendi na asem. Yeah, this is what. But the Chief State Attorney Evelyn Kilson suggested during cross-examination that once Dr. Opuni was able to visit the clinic every week, he could attend to other duties as well. So when he wears his dark glasses, he can attend to duties he is mandated to attend to without any harm, she suggested. MPP for Attorney General ne catch the court to say, no Opuni ni ya mama ni just space because o just space obe hu ade. And no na eye MPP Attorney General catch ye. Time na almost Opuni o say omo pe kwan bi so ajeli no. Your friend Kilson on nam ho, also a lawyer kronfo bia ne omo nse. Sa MPP for no o catch the court say Opuni ne ya okoye surgery ntidien onko hye space no mra kwase ampanyi wa begina court say ai ne ko kwa abanti yenja de ye nyina na amia kumfi ye den yema amia kumfi enkoda hospital kwase asam amia kumfi o chen wai monko fa ne brada munjeli no ntantam no owu kwase afo mo mba be ka che ye papa no ma mbobra kwase afo mo nana no be ka che ye ne tigana yenko school ya papa no ma mobra ya mama no ma mobra na nkwasiafo mu di sika ma mo makotena brochire ebo degree omo ba no masa betena ya mama no so se we mu de omo ko school abrochire ube da jere ube wu and the UGMC na mo nurse for na mo no mo fa paper hwiri tirim mo record no yare bia anya no ekumfi yare bia anya no ukono gumma so ne kura so a o chen bibia oboa onyare obewu jail kwasiafo. Now look at this nipa na one ne ball kro no onie your friend no eye did it say akwawe one na one ekumfika omutribo mu a omudi Ghana dream $2 million. Akwawe de to abade wie na ohun say ye ba be kina no kwhye Senegal okoye duro ai sena me monitor no. Former Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund CEO still in custody over unmet bail conditions. Inti Akwawe on na hwe Ghana Investment and Infrastructure so on ekumfi na woka omutibo mu e na boss sa krono no ene ono so ya mu ana hyem onye obi ama ne bema ne bail e na ohyem inti menoka sei kupali ohyem Akwawe ya to aba ne wie ya do hu sadabi ya be frɛ no e na kogina court e na kɔhye Senegal e na ɔhye Senegal na oye duro de bi osoro tie duro ase e na la walai e na mka chen se ko Ghana hwinsi onim se sa na ye ne krambo ye din ka ko ye duro ansa na ɔno ɔkɔ enti wakɔdie duro Senegal se ɔba ya be hwɛ nim ne aya asam no foolish case e na magine sike di o Senegal na so ɔmra Ghana hwinsi walai Senegal for Malam Osaya criminal oka French this wa le Ghana odu o le sepon et le sang akwatena ma o maka Senegal for bro French gudu so sa ya ye dura ma ko bibia nsi udu ga ko mutumi nchew odu ade mo ano onim se ye ni agase ye di nkan ko die duro e o Mali ye di nkan ko Senegal Malam no ne wo fa o Mali a oje na wo ode ne ye ni akọ ro akọje ye de yakọje duro ne wo fa na oje na wo no Senegal Malam na akwa we ko ro okọ se Senegal a ko die duro no papa na oje sa akwa na wo no ono ye ne ko no ko die duro ro ho itoba ne mo no sa buo funu wo ko die duro e wo fa na oje Malam na wo no o hyem onye sika mpie hwe wo duro die duro be ye wo wakosha Senegal be 4 months o die dru a de bia no pebia ni ahona ma no anom duba leseswa hey Senegal ma lani mo ka French de o ka won ti ase odwen se we die dru ni amma no e kasha eni amma de karefi ena mo de eye tunelu egunu ho ne ho bon etodru airport a oposa no se o che koko ye de edru ne gunu yaduru Ghana we be foolish case omo ka kire so uduru Ghana 2 days mempia bontene oba na o hyedem 2 days men ko bebia o yere kura fra memfi no o so na de kura ba hye utina o hyedem upiepe obi anwu anim om nyina bedwane asano kura mo nka sa na onim se ne kura akọ ne wo fa ho malam no wo fa ho sa wo fa na oje malam na wo no yakọ no akodi eduru oduru na jakpa se he jakpa we di eduru o Ghana nyina odakro tuminda jakpa tuminda no we tu di no dey sit table so no wada jakpa ai because there is some time jakpa ompese obeso daye na ohu obi mmobo inti obeda be che jakpa roboto otumi tu di tikra no odi esi nchen ai inti obekọ jakpa obekọ de dem no na o table bi wo ho tete for friend Davenport table bi sa wo na wo bi enu bi esi so inti obeda na dwo jakpa obeso daye kra hu mmobo inti obeda na we se kra na otutire no odi esi wo na wada inti oda oniti inti ono nso daye enhu se ebia na asemesi pa de chew ana say inti ono jakpa no daye bia nko timi nko moje inti ono terminator 1 jakpa obetu sese a inti oduru ye no na de refi se jakpa nye nipa sa jakpa sori anopa no ena otu ni ti no ena odi si su no chechire kekere inti bibia nko because temo kwaji eduru no akwa kwaji eduru no mechire eduru na ase akwa kwaji eduru no omuka se nipa bia etire siso a oba na wo no sa nipa no tumi nchi wuntum ene da ne tim no di fi Senegal baaye oh we nipa bia o Ghana ni bia oba na wo na etire tuso sa na jakpa ono oya half human half terminator ito no beda na wetu ni tine keka intedro na nka jakpa oduru ya na jakpa so ne pa hey what do you mean I'm police for brofo what do you mean ana jakpa de na ko ship into onya bail de bia opeko officer can you give me a phone I want to call Senegal hey malam no so call France or Sadio Mane malam no Senegal malam se na damfo e wo Mali omo kwa Sadio Mane because Sadio Mane so ofri Dubai Arab ho okọ holidays enti ofre malam ne nsanka no ubodam ubedam ubeko jail wasiafo now ha there asemia ba mumia dwedwem 731 1131 in Ghana moda ho ha monkoda asem nyina ne sei yes see Tema Impakadan Railway inactive 6 months after official opening. On se ne tia ne Kufuor ka se omobie Impakadan Railway lines. Na se si ano train be kwa ba na omoboa. You see from the day Kufuor no koye commission say omobie Impakadan ebesi nde train fa so da. Na mo white train local no ewen. Local bi na mo kofa ba na do be campaign no. Local bi na mo se broni bi twa kofa car bi so sa train bi na mo koto ba na ewen. Now what kind of story, and this is what the story says. 6 months after the official opening of the 97.7 kilometer Tema Impakadan Railway operations on Friday, November 22nd, 2024, the much published service remains inactive, dashing hopes of commuters for a more reliable alternative. The Omo Kenyan say, Nana Kufuor ne ba omiam kotwa ahomem say omo de train we aba ebefa Impakadan Tema Impakadan Tema. Arikudie nti omo to saade ni say on say train no tete train eba na pakada ebo bobre na ten eni so nka say Impakadan Tema train we omo de ba na eno na nya loco ni bia enti ebesi so na ye Impakadan Tema se sia na as we speak no omo kotwa ahomem so omo ye loco kwan from Impakadan to Tema na ebesi nde train bia mfa so na nado dan kwekufa na ba omi aka kire me say an Kennedy catch him saying, Omunim nyansa ombetuma chechere Ghana, mo be ye den. Omakoto locomotive, sa locomotive we ewen. Locomotive o, en omde adia white afa ho. Omde cover fa ho ka kire mo so omakoto train bi free Poland. Omde 12 na eba. Omum so mo agimi. Sa loco we, mo busa mo se loco na nka se ewen. Ya se loco we insurance company insure no Kenoforiata insurance company. Hey. OSP. Sa kromfo no we. Where is Kenoforiata? The special prosecutor is a criminal. He's a thief. President Mahama, we are telling you, we are going to demonstrate against the special prosecutor. We are going to make sure we organize young Ghanaians, honest Ghanaians to occupy the special prosecutor's office. We don't need that criminal as the special prosecutor of Ghana. Kisie Jabin is a thief. He's a criminal. Today's date is the 20th of May. Where is Ken Ofori-Atta? Kisie Jabin Yewi Oyekronfo. He has connived with Ken Ofori-Atta. At this point, we cannot trust the special prosecutor. We are going to petition the president to sack this fool. The amount of money that was given to this man, Mr. P, Mr. S, the budget, how much money was allocated to the special prosecutor's office? This special prosecutor needs to be kicked out, Mr. President. He's a criminal. He cannot be trusted. He does not respect Ghanaians. This guy is an imposter. He's just using that office to make money. The special prosecutor is a thief. He told us Ken Ofori-Atta was going to be here first week in May. Today is the 20th of May. Where is Ken Ofori-Atta? That criminal working in Ghana calling himself a special prosecutor, spending the taxpayers' money for no reason. Sika ye di masa special prosecutor we or your lawyer juma 30 years and go nyemu half kra. And akwa we kromfo we catch us or no there. He's not going to fit in anybody's shoes. He's coming to do his job. He is a thief. Kisie Jabin is a criminal. He's a thief. We all defended Kisie Jabin when the NPP decided to sabotage him. The NPP used for Paul Adomotri to sabotage Kisie Jabin. We stood up. We defended Kisie Jabin. But now we all know that Kisie Jabin is a thief. He is abusing that office. The office of the special prosecutor. He was given 146 million. 146 million. Mr. P. Let me put this on the screen. Thank you, team. The special prosecutor's office. This guy, when we read the budget, we gave him 150 million. See, this is the money we gave special prosecutor. Guys, thank you, team. Mame Fanchiro. Budget today reading Nanciano. Special prosecutor, this is how much he was given. The office of the special prosecutor, that is OSP. OSP was allocated 146,750,289 Ghana cedis in the 2025 budget. Kisie Jabin was given almost 150 million Ghana cedis. 150 million old Ghana cedis mean to be about one old Ghana cedis is saying we gave this money to the special prosecutor's office. Nipa send ejuma o. Nipa omi ejuma special prosecutor's office omundu 20. This is roughly $12 million. Jesus Christ. This is roughly $12 million. And in our budget, ye tamuma special prosecutor. So onye juma. This fool lied to us. Okofa Ken Ofori-Atta. Yatam dollar equivalent. $12 million. And yatama Kisie Jabin 2025. On for kotre. Or to one of the kwasi abeka say aye or the Charles Bisu. Charles Bisu do ye be jail no. E de obeko jail. Ye hia den chem kese. $150 million Ghana cedis. $12 million. And your Tama special prosecutor. Special prosecutor office. Do 20. They are not up to 20 people. And a Ghana government. Your Tam $12 million. Ma Kisie Jabin. Where's Ken Ofori-Atta? Why are we still keeping that fool in that office? Why are we doing this to ourselves? See, I perceive a demonstration. Baby said also the demonstration. $12 million. Do you know what it can do? In fact, the special prosecutor's office, we need to merge it with the Attorney General's office and shut that shit down. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo just created that thing to go after people he hated. He knew the office did not have any substance. The special prosecutor's office, we need to shut it down. Or we put it beneath the Attorney General's office. It does not have to be independent. Because this office stays on its own and wastes Ghana money. $12 million. I say, I got 7 months, not $12 million. Do you know that? Yamakisiya Jabin, $12 million for 2025. 5 months in Yekomi. I got just 7 months. No, Obaba catcher say $12 million. No, asa. Ni asa tam another $12 million. Amano. I didn't quite say no. Are we mad? Are we crazy as a people? Why are we allowing this nonsense to go on? We need to sack the special prosecutor. I got 7 months. Obama catch 12 million asa. You better go another budget. In fact, mid-year budget crowd one share, more money will be added to this guy. Jack. Now, it's 11:40. NDC, MPP bloggers. You ever see Abusamo? You see Aslawusu. Answer na mepono. We quick. Aslawusu Ekufo defends Ekufuado slams MPP's ingratitude. You see Aslawusu, and I heard a year Christy Pratt speak on this matter. Aslawusu said Buofu. Na MPs no, aden omuye ungrateful. Na nado danko Ekufuado power. Salary ane de momo na Ekufuado emomo special salary kan. Hey, momo yen kan wasem. We a very important topic. So who kind the exact words of Aslawusu? Mamin kind exact statement from Osla. Because I'm about to close. I'll say, if after a lifetime of sacrifice for democracy, the rule of law, and building our political brand, we can look him in the face or call him all manner of names behind his back, he says no problem. He accepts all that blame. She said, that is Osla. Now someone cannot say, Ekufuado, adio yema mo MPP for MPs, ministers. Na mutumi danam hu edinatem sa oyagove na no suso nsuo oyensuo ba jimi onum wi a. O say Ekufuado say odamo ase. Na all can say, the minister also defended the president's legacy, citing achievements such as maintaining a stable electricity supply, expanding access to education, providing jobs, and undertaking extensive road infrastructure development. She questioned whether the party still deserved the loyalty of its dedicated members if such contribution could be so easily dismissed. Now I'll say, and I quote, Oslanie, if we don't appreciate the effort of people like Ekufuado, is the MPP worth dying for? She asked. Now, sir, who check some of the statements? Kind third paragraph now. This is what Osla said. She pointed to Ekufuado's personal financial support for the party, stating that for 8 years, he consistently funded party operations at all levels, sending monthly allowances to constituencies, regions, national offices, and topping up MPs' incomes beyond their official salaries. Peace at the Formuntie. Also, who say, Tamana na Ekufuado eye president no. Obetuni ne nasi wo aka say the Ekufuado nyoma oye bini. 1. Oyi sika edihwe party. Or the sika li bi echo regional. Or the bi echo district. Or say party level sibian na Ekufuado etam ni sika edihwe party no. Na de na emu odin a Ekufuado ye ya eye no one say MPs 137 and more parliament nyina no bosumi bia no na Ekufuado emo special salaries and the two omo salaries ne so you say Ghana MPs ji about 11,000 or something like that na do danko Ekufuado 137 MPs no every 30 days or such ya omo ka extra. Jesus Christ. Na do danko Ekufuado, the president of the republic, you know, our special payroll for 137 MPs led by Oseche Mensa Bonsu, today led by Afenyo Makin. Ekufuado was paying MPs 137 no, when he was power every month. Omakojo salary no, for the work they have done. No. Nana Ekufuado would take money and pay them extra. Where Asla Owusu statement. Kwasiebisu, our house has flooded. Kwasiebisu. our house has flooded. Kwasi ebisu Mahmoud Bawumiani MPP beba 2028. Ye pese mon kwasi afona mudi MPP chino. Ochina mon kanche MPP say omombe press conference. Na mon kanche say asla owusu boa. So far, the minister and the Ekufuado, the ex-girlfriend, the supi Lord Kenya, she's telling us say Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado was taking money to pay every 137 MP, each one of you extra salary. We want to know where the money was coming from. And we want the NPP to come out and have a press conference and tell us whether this is true or not. We will put a pin in this. We will deal with this matter very, very soon. My name is Kevin Akobe. It's exactly 7:44 p.m. US East Coast. It's definitely 11:44 in Ghana. We will still be here. We are here because we are all messengers. Messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Good night. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow. Abuache.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No, no answer my. Abuache. You will for Belgium fan. It was a tia Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you why round what? Why you why round what? Why you why round what? Why you super why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was a tia Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was a Belgium fan. Why you why round what? 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 Every papa no, what one is the motto? 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 Why round what? Why you why round what? I want it. Original. I will move for Belgium. I want to